Yo, it's Ked the Pro. So before you continue on with the show, we got to give a shout out and a plug to another Hamptonian who owns her own business, and you've heard me shout her out on multiple episodes before. The Bougie Bartender is a black-owned business created by Kiera Calhoun in May of 2020, not long after the COVID-19 outbreak and shutdown. Bougie Bartender was first created as a means of bringing a taste of the bar and nightclub scene home, with fun and unique alcoholic beverages guaranteed to make any quarantine event a lit one. The brand has since expanded into a party decor and party planning service, along with the addition of its newest service, Diva Bottles, which is decorated liquor bottles. To place an order or for booking, individuals may follow the Instagram page at Bougie Bartender, that's BOUGEE.bartender, and send a DM or direct text message from the page. Warning: the Khaotic Kulture podcast is a program for mature audiences. The language and content presented in this podcast is of a mature nature that some audiences may not find suitable. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Khaotic Kulture podcast. This is your boy, the one and only Ked the Pro, aka the Calculator Millennial, aka the Cutlass Diamond, aka don't be pushing on my buttons in my cutlass unless you cutting. Right now, I wanted to present to you a very special edition of the Khaotic Kulture podcast. This episode is a collaboration effort with another podcast known as Relatable versus Debatable with Charvon, Sape, and HeyTy. They are really good friends and family of ours, so we decided to come together and do a collaboration effort for both podcasts. You'll see this episode posted on my podcast first, and then, of course, you'll see it posted for Relatable versus Debatable later on. There will also be a visual on YouTube as well, so be sure that you check out Relatable versus Debatable on YouTube, and, of course, check out the video for this episode. Once again, we can't thank you enough for tuning in. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Embrace the culture, blaze the doja, grab your loved ones and bring them closer. Extra, extra, read the poster, the KKP is taking over. Sleeping on me, better smell the Folgers. I've been razor sharp since the Motorola. Off for O, like the cover Oprah. Popping bottles, feet all in the sofa. It's a celebration, though the times is hard. It's raining blessings, give it up to God. Khaotic Kulture, the greatest pod. With Ked the Pro, the one in charge. But it's a celebration, times is hard. It's raining blessings, give it up to God. Khaotic Kulture, the greatest pod. With Ked the Pro, the one in charge.
We're living in a chaotic culture. 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 Oh, we're living in a chaotic culture. 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 Oh, we're living in a chaotic culture. 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 Oh, we're living in a chaotic culture. We're living in a chaotic culture. We're living in a chaotic culture. We're living in a chaotic culture.
It's Sape.
HeyTy here, and this is another episode of
Relatable versus Debatable.
So I got my boy over here, KJ. Let him know who it is.
What's going on? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, Ked the Pro, from the Khaotic Kulture podcast. We're here with, of course, the Khaotic Squad. Go ahead, Lawrence. Tell them who you are, man.
What's going on? It's Lawrence, a.k.a. Love, a.k.a. Schmurder,
Hey.
AKA.
Nah, but, coming in 252 determined. Boom.
Hey, and also my other co-host, Miss Nása. Tell them who you are, man.
Y'all already know it's Nása, aka Tony Noir, the female Picasso. This is welcome to the station. Y'all already know good vibes, good vibes.
Hey.
I'm
trying to get an AKA. What AKA, maybe AKA.
Right. We got intros. I mean, that's how it works.
All right, so if y'all haven't figured it out, we are joining podcasts today. You got Khaotic Kulture, and you got
Relatable versus debatable.
Hey, we coming together and we about to do this thing. All right, so what we're gonna do? We gotta introduce the game again. So for those who don't know, the way the game works, Sape gives me and Charvon a word. Anytime throughout this podcast, we have to use the word. If I use my word correctly, she takes a drink. If I use it incorrectly, I take a drink. She uses her word correctly, I take a drink. She uses her word, she uses it incorrectly, she takes a drink. That's all it is.
Pretty much they drinking regardless.
It's only 2 shots. Two and no possibles. That's it.
We don't got no Henny this episode.
We got that gentleman's
Gentleman
jack.
Gentleman's Jack for a true gentleman. Anywho,
We go where the money resides.
But yeah, so that's how it's gonna work. So moving forward, today's episode is gonna be about black cinema. Alright, so for those who don't know, my favorite genre movie are my black 90s, I said genre time, are my black 90s movies. Boys in the Hood, Men's Society, South Central, Friday, Poetic Justice. Right, don't be
What is
missing
South Central?
drinking your gin and juice, South Central, whatever. All the ways, you know what I'm saying? So
Friday,
that's it for me.
Friday after next.
Honestly, I don't.
We gonna be
We got a lot to cover, bro.
We're gonna first start with black exploitation films. And I gotta start with my favorite one.
I gotta tell y'all the words first.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was so ready to get on topic. What's the words? If you can say them.
We gonna throw shade every time.
She be picking
So
words
the
she can't say.
words for today is Charvon. Your word is proliferate.
Okay.
And Tyrone, your word is solipsistic.
I'm sorry.
Solipsistic.
I'm about to put her on blast.
Don't do that.
She was trying so hard to say this word.
It is a tongue twister for me. Okay.
Like TV for real, like.
Solipsistic. It takes a minute. All right.
Solipsistic.
Solipsistic.
And what's
All right.
mine?
Proliferate.
I'm gonna write mine down because I know I'm not finna remember. Solipsistic.
Good luck to you both on that one.
I don't know.
Solipsistic.
Okay, so
And they talk about me.
so he got it.
I think he spelled it correctly.
Solipsistic.
I ain't spell it like that. But
And
I
they
know
talk
what
about
it
my cue cards. Thank
Actually,
you.
I talked about both of y'all last episode. So
is. Alright. Well, just use that word. Anywho, moving forward. Black exploitation films. Enter the Dragon. You cannot.
That's not a black exploitation
And
film.
I'm messing up already.
What? We talking
about
about
The Last
Sweet
Dragon?
Sweetback's
I
badass
said,
song.
wait, what did I say?
You said Enter the Dragon. You meant The Last Dragon?
Thank you. The
Okay.
Last Dragon.
That's still not a black exploitation
So what
film.
would be considered a black exploitation?
Black
film?
exploitation is like Sweetback's badass song. We
I know
talking
that
about Rudy Ray Moore. We talking about what's another one?
Cleopatra Jones.
Well,
Cleopatra
I was
Jones.
about to say, if I'm being honest,
Foxy
then I ain't
Brown.
never watched. Oh, I watched Foxy
Yeah,
Foxy
Brown.
Brown. Foxy Brown is like
I
an
watched
old.
some Foxy Brown.
No, Foxy Brown
Can
is
we
like an
say
old
Baps?
to. Nah, I don't think Baps. Baps is probably like a play on it, but I don't think Baps is.
Yeah, like Babson or
Like,
what?
it's the
Pootie
one-
We
Tang-
talking about
Pootie Tang's
Cindy
like a play on
Boy-
it.
So I feel like you gonna have to give me hit then on what a black exploitation film is.
It's the movies that say you jive turkey. Any movie that has the line you jive turkey.
Like stereotypes? Is it based off like stereotypes?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If that's the case, Black Dynamite.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. But that Black Dynamite is literally a play off of black exploitation films.
Yep.
So how isn't The Last Dragon not an exploitation film and this man's supposed to be Bruce Lee?
I think.
I guess the time frame. Black exploitation was more like 80. Well, was it the 80s? Shit,
Last
you're
Dragon
right.
came out
You're right.
85.
You're right. It was
Yeah.
like 60s, 70s.
No, I
movie.
wasn't tripping.
It's like 60s,
That's definitely
70s. So
black
yeah.
exploitation.
I guess
Oh.
it is. Yeah.
Catches bullets.
Uh-huh.
Please. Come on, like it don't get that line right there. It gets no.
all I think about is Richard. Who's the master?
Show enough.
Show enough.
But my favorite meme back in the day when they had that picture showing up, maybe like how you look when you hitting it from the back. That was before we had gifts, so there was no movement. But you could see his
They
face.
used to put that meme to everything.
Nah, that joke was like that.
That's just funny.
Well, Undercover Brother.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Oh,
a play off of it too.
yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Eddie Griffith.
Griffith.
Mayonnaise. That's when Tyrone learned about the white man.
You gotta say it one good time.
The white man. I definitely know about the white man way before then. But Definitely wasn't.
When did that movie even come out?
That came out like 02?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but the remake was trash, bro.
They made it.
They made a remake?
It was on Netflix. It was a whole nother person. It was terrible. It was like Undercover Brother 2. It was on there for a minute. Like I watched that and I was.
They took it off.
It was when Dolomite was on there.
They took it off.
Yes.
Good.
Did they take Dolomite as my name off their joint too?
I know. Well, that's a Netflix movie, so I don't think they should.
What about Soul Brother? Would that be considered?
Which one's Soul Brother?
With
Were they both of them? Or you mean?
No.
You're talking about.
He had the fro. It was big fro. I'm trying to think
Eddie
of very.
Griffin?
No, it wasn't Eddie Griffin.
He was fucking on the women.
What?
He was
Oh, Pootie Tang.
Yeah, that's a play.
But what I'm talking about, I forget his name.
Is it Super Soul Brother?
I think it's
Superfly is a black exploitation.
Well, I was
film.
gonna say Superfly.
Superfly,
Yes.
yes.
What's
Shaft.
Yeah.
Hold on, Shaft would be considered black?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Shaft. Yes.
So what y'all think about the old Shaft?
That's what we're talking about.
I'm saying the Samuel L. Jackson Shaft, and then
The new one.
new Shaft.
I mean, I think I liked it because they still paid ode to the other ones, and it was just like
Outside of that was trash for me.
the new one. I like the new one. I like how they had all three of them. I thought it was funny.
Who y'all think was the best Shaft?
Richard Roundtree,
That first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say
and he fine as hell for an old man. So
And they
Oh,
all
you like the oldies, huh?
I mean, Harry Belafonte is
I
big.
mean,
So
experience.
Got it.
Wisdom, my God.
Baby.
I said what I
It's
said.
about to be a wild episode. I gotta tell.
He's 96 and that's still big. So
So
Who?
Harry Belafonte.
you 96.
Yes.
This one gonna be click.
Damn.
That shit look like a nuclear bomb.
Oh no, you gotta chill.
Nigga ain't came in the 2000s. Nigga ain't come in the 2000s.
I can't feel my face.
That nigga gone.
Got it.
I'm sorry. But, yeah.
Okay, so as far as black exploitation films, what would you say is your favorite? I already told y'all my favorite.
My favorite, I would have to say, is Uptown Saturday Night with Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. I know we got problems with Bill, but when that time was going on, I love the soundtrack. I love everything about it, and Sparkle. Because Sparkle is the best. But I guess it wouldn't be technically, but it's the same time frame. So.
Okay.
Undercover Brothers. I love
Undercover
that movie. I like that movie a lot. It's funny as fuck.
Anybody else that you got one?
I would say I'm with you, bro. The Last Dragon. That's by far one of my favorites. Blaxploitation, unfortunately, I haven't watched enough of, but my uncle got like tapes all at his crib, so I could probably just watch those whenever I get the opportunity.
I'm about to go home, get straight up on YouTube, and like
They have all of them on YouTube. I probably have all of them to
word.
give to you. So
It's Purple
man.
Nights.
Nah, that's it's like night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's usually when they make some unrealistic shit happen in the black movie. Like, the nigga can do karate and,
Spook Who Sat by the
Spanish
Doors.
at the
It's like
same
black
time.
exploitation.
Could Django be one?
That's a good question.
I feel like Django is kind of like making fun of one.
Yeah.
But it was still making one though, right?
Say,
I don't
bye
think
to
so.
Master. Bye, Master.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like that.
He said, don't ask for me or mine for nothing again.
I'm sorry, I hated Samuel L. Jackson in that movie.
I mean,
I honestly say that's the one character of his. Oh no, he definitely did his
Get the
thing.
fuck out of that road.
I was like, this old Uncle Tom ass nigga. Like, come on. Oh my, he was like, that's a nigga on the horse. Who was that? That's a nigga on that nag. Like, stop hating because you can't get on a horse. Like,
You can't drive a boat.
did you tell us your favorite?
No, I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one?
No, I don't really like saying I have a favorite any movie just because.
Because of so many of them.
Yeah, I
don't mind.
I mean, that's why you gotta do for like genres because I mean, if somebody asks you what is your favorite movie, you be like, there's so many.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a favorite movie.
I'm trying to go to
Would
sleep. If that's my favorite movie.
Princess and the Frog be one.
No.
No,
No.
not at all.
If you talk about the Disney version,
Yeah.
nah.
But you know they racist, so it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I get
I
what
mean,
you're saying.
That's why black people never say black people in their movies. But that's on.
We're not gonna do that right now. That's a different topic for a different time.
So what about black trauma movies? There's a lot of black trauma
Ooh,
movies.
the opposite.
Like,
Just go ahead and throw it out there, Precious.
Any Tyler Perry movie.
The trauma is the wig. That's what
Tyler Perry's his whole career is based on
Black
trauma.
trauma. For
Yeah.
real.
And I get it.
But he always gets
speaking
the
about
best
what
black
people can
actor
relate to.
too.
He's speaking about what the black community can relate to.
I will say I have a favorite black trauma film.
What's that?
Antoine
Antoine
Fisher.
Fisher.
I love that movie.
I think that would have to be my favorite.
See, I've seen Antoine Fisher, but I don't remember it too much. What was the tragedy? Man.
See, I can't watch the Color
He
Girls. I watched one time to say
Hold on, I'm sorry. When this man, Michael Ealy,
When he
threw them
got
babies out the window,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's-
It's not funny. It's just, I can't believe it got that
Man,
far.
Yeah.
niggas been putting that shit on Twitter too, like where they be like when the kids don't want to do what they gotta do, and then they'll put a picture of that nigga. I'll be like, bro, why would y'all do that? Like,
I mean, from the original, seeing the play and what the play is, I love the play. For Color Girls is a very beautiful play. Now, the way Tyler Perry done switched it up and made it like trauma, it's just like, dude.
That's what he lived for.
yeah.
But I just wish he would have kept the poetry
softness.
of it. Yeah, like, it's supposed to be women empowering and becoming, like, they're all each women of different colors. And they all do poetry, and it's supposed to be love and light.
You don't think they was empowered in the movie?
I think at one point they were empowered when everybody was in there together.
That was
and-
like the last
Yeah,
5
that
minutes
was-
of the
That was
movie.
literally the end.
Because
Like,
like the play is women, like each section of the movie they're empowering themselves.
Yeah.
That one, it was like one had an abortion and the shit went haywire. One got raped, or like one her
Yeah.
kids dropped out the window. One got
Yeah.
AIDS. Like,
Like-
come on, dude. Like, he just took a beautiful poem like play and then just turned it into that.
yeah.
Like,
Turned it into I hate bitches and here's pictures of light skinned niggas.
Y'all think Waiting Till Exhale will be one trauma movie? Because it's kind of similar to
it
that.
is kind of
'Cause
similar.
all of
Yeah.
them women was going through things.
Yeah. I mean, Bernadette with that car, she lit that bitch
Right.
on fire.
So I would say,
I don't know.
Let's
If
say
anything,
Sarah's
I feel like
black
that would be a biopic. Like,
Only reason why I wouldn't call it a black trauma movie
Biopic.
is because I always think of like black trauma as like what the white man did to black people.
Yeah.
Like slave movies is a black trauma
So,
film.
12
Like
So-
years a slave.
12 Years a Slave is the black trauma movie. Like that shit is at the top at this point. Yeah.
what y'all think about the Antebellum?
like
Yes.
I hated the movie.
I don't like the movie,
It was
yeah.
a terrible movie, but
Yeah.
that would definitely be black
Yes,
trauma.
yes, yeah.
We're not even gonna talk about that movie no more past that. Y'all ready?
I think Janelle Monáe did an amazing job, period.
No,
That's it.
she did. No, but the movie was terrible.
Yes, yes.
She did great for what they asked her to do. She's not in control of what they're asking her to do. I just think they created a terrible story.
Yeah.
It could have been great had they connected some things and created a better unfolding. But
Timeline.
for what they did, it's almost like they didn't finish and they just wanted to put a product out there.
They
Yeah,
probably did.
that's exactly what it came
Like,
off as. Because it was setting up for something amazing, and then it was just like, that's
At
wrong.
the end.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Without giving anything
Have you
away.
ever watched Brooklyn?
Yes.
That is
Oh,
my favorite
love
movie.
I love that movie too. Like,
That is my
that's
favorite movie.
And I haven't seen Crooklyn in some years, so I
So
want to
the
rewatch
first
it.
time I
Like,
was like,
Yeah. I remember when that girl got beat by the brush, and I was like, so it does happen to other people. Like, I was
Wait,
like,
is that the movie where the
okay.
girl got locked in the cage?
No.
Relatable.
So now it was a
Is
movie.
Brooklyn black drama?
No, it's not black trauma. I don't think. Well,
Yeah, there was some trauma.
Yeah,
there
was
was
some
some
trauma.
trauma situations, but I wouldn't consider it black trauma.
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is black trauma then? Like,
Well, black people going through some
I
crazy
mean,
shit. Like,
But I feel
you
like
just
those
said
were
something
normal
about,
times.
You said something about
Those
the
were
white
normal
man
times.
being
well, that's
involved.
what I consider black trauma movies. So when I think of like slavery movies, like rape movies, that's what I
will
consider
say
black
though,
trauma.
in a lot of black trauma films, there's always a semi-white savior.
Yeah.
So I will say that because
The white man always sticking his nose in
oh my
something.
goodness, because they always want to go back and rectify the situation after the fact. Like, oh yeah, we was here helping on this side. No, y'all wasn't. Like, y'all was not with us shooting in the gym. Come on.
Not at all.
But they want to make it seem like they were in the
White
movie.
people can't even ball for real.
White man can't jump.
White man
Low key. That boy was, nah, he was
He was
white.
good though.
He was the one struggling though. Wesley Snipes wasn't struggling. He was
Yeah.
the blackest of them all.
I think they was both struggling.
But it
The
was
white man was
struggling.
struggling to get put on, and then Wesley Snipes was struggling to stay put
But
on.
I don't care about that white man struggling.
Oh
my
He could have went anywhere and got a job.
Oh my god.
No, he couldn't.
Wesley Snipes is out there balling every day for money, B.
So was he.
I don't care about that white man.
Are you done?
Okay.
I will
White
say.
man with a Hispanic wife.
And didn't they break up though?
No.
Yeah, she left his ass
She
at
left
the
him
end.
in one Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. My favorite is Roots. I don't care. I love Roots. I love Roots: The Next Generation. I love them all. I got all 8 series on my computer.
You know, I never actually watched the entire thing of Roots, and I have no desire to.
It's so good.
It's long.
No, okay, I will say.
I've seen all the important parts, and the only important part
Is
really
getting his
is
foot
when
cut
your
off.
man gets your foot cut off, and when your man's my name. Like what is it? It's
Kute.
like
So
it's
you
like
ain't seen none of like Chicken George or His Life or anything
Yeah,
like
like
that?
that's the best part. Chicken George.
That is the best part, bro. Like,
And then when they tied the slave master to the tree and they ate it.
and I think that's why
Oh,
Queen
yeah.
is one of my favorites.
I love Queen.
Queen is definitely gonna be a favorite trauma as well.
I love Queen.
Just because, you know, she spit in her drink, and that was like the best part for me.
But she tried to pass off as white too, so that was
Yeah, she did. But
wait, is that
I
a
mean-
movie, Queen?
So Roots is from his mother's side of the family. Queen is from his father's side.
Oh, I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Queen is.
And then they have after Roots, they have Roots: The Next Generation, and so it's from Chicken George and Tom all the way up to Simon Haley and him writing the autobiography of Malcolm X and Roots.
And then after that, they decided to put T.I. in Roots. The remake.
Well, they
Hold on, are you serious?
so they
You
remade
think that
Roots.
was in Roots the
They,
remake?
yeah.
Bruh.
But it's weird because
This nigga came on that gym
with no arm.
viciously.
So yeah, they did a remake in like 2016, and then in the movie, Chicken George, I believe, goes to war, and then he like meets, you know, his comrades, and T.I. is one of them.
And he got the.
He ends up like losing his arm or whatever.
Like a
But
current Atlanta accent. He got a current Atlanta accent. I was like, what? Okay.
T.I. was just trying to get his acting career.
I have to see the
It's
remake.
good. I like it.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I haven't
Honestly,
seen it.
I like the guy
don't
that
even
played
wanna
him.
see it. Like,
It's good. It's really good.
It's very.
The one who, unfortunately, the person that did, I will say unfortunately, but the person that did play Kunta Kinte was Malachi Kirby, who happens to be someone who's British. And, you know, everybody's issue with black British
Yeah.
people playing, you know, African American figures.
Yeah.
Is that the same guy from One Night in Miami? Or is
No.
No, that's someone different.
Yeah, that's somebody different.
Mm.
But One Night in Miami was really good, too.
Yeah,
Color
we gotta
Purple.
talk about that.
Ooh, the
Color
color
Purple.
purple is definitely a black trauma.
Oh,
Mhm.
definitely hands
Everything you do about me.
The funny thing about Color Purple, just for me growing up, I didn't really understand it too much as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't really until I got older into my teenage years that I really started to understand what
What the
was
nasty
really
human
going.
disease
Yeah,
was.
like what was really going on, how she was being treated,
Mm-hmm.
and how she was viewed. You know what I'm saying, by her own family. So it's just like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like probably Whoopi Goldberg's best movie next to Sister Act, but that was also when she was coming up.
Thanks.
But I don't know. Or Ghost.
Yeah.
Well, I know. Ghost is what got her Oscar, but I don't think Ghost was a really good movie. I honestly didn't like it.
Ghost was okay.
Yeah. I was just like, eh.
The only thing good about Ghost is the scene where they make him play.
Yeah, that's what
She
everybody.
said, "You in danger, girl." I ain't like that
I
one.
think for The Color Purple, I didn't understand it as a kid until I read the book when I
The
was
book
in
is
high
good,
school.
yeah.
Then it was like, oh, now I get everything that they were talking about. That's how I kind of got it.
I think she was just in a fucked up situation the
Yeah.
entire time.
The entire time. Yeah, from
And
childhood.
I love the play too, the musical, but like the entire time she just in a fucked up situation, fucked up after fucked up, and then at the end she just finds her own, and then everything is happening like great for her. She finds her kids and all that stuff. So
But I think that's what makes it so good is so many people can relate to being in a fucked up ass situation for so long and finally breathing or feeling like they got a chance to breathe and they can finally expand upon that and be the person that they are always meant to be and stuff like that.
You know what an example of that is? Norbit.
Oh my god. That is not, I feel like that's a black exploitation film.
I've never seen Norbit. Is it?
are you serious?
I mean, it was Eddie Murphy.
One of Eddie Murphy's last great movies before he
Man,
kind
Eddie
of.
Murphy wasn't he about to get like an Oscar or something before he came out with Norbit, and then they took him off because they was like this was just so extra, so out the way. He was gonna get an Oscar for something before
Really?
Norbit. Yes, I forget what it was for though. I think he did one with like the words. He was doing a whole bunch
Oh,
of like,
1,000 words.
I think
Oh,
it was
where he
that.
can't speak and the leaves falling off the tree.
Yeah, but he did a whole bunch of like sentimental films like right before Norbit, and then Norbit came out and it was like, yeah, fuck no.
But I mean, he went back to his thing of like playing like multiple characters, like Coming to America.
Yeah.
So I love when Eddie does that.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty
The Nutty Professor,
Professor,
yeah.
I think his movies. Like,
Okay, they're iconic.
I think he's one of the best people to do that. Though.
He is.
Because Marlon tried it. That shit, no.
hold on, Marlon tried it?
Yeah, did you watch that movie?
In what?
What was it called?
Oh,
Six
Sextuplets. Yeah.
He was.
tried.
That
Yeah,
shit
it
was.
wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, I never even heard that. You talking about Marlon Wayans?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I never even heard that.
I think it was a Netflix movie.
I was gonna say he foreshadowed something like that with what the one he did with his brother where he played a baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
Grown Little Man?
Grown Little
Yeah,
Man.
I love that.
Little Man.
I never heard you, Little Man.
No, I'm thinking about Kevin Hart's. That's Kevin Hart's comedy.
Yeah.
It's called Little Man. It's called Little
Yeah, I
Man.
was about to say, I don't remember Grown Man in it.
Kevin Hart's is Grown Little Man, and then
That one is
The actual
Oh,
movie.
that was
Yeah.
about
Little
yeah.
Man, yeah.
That's because he had that grown ass face and that little baby back.
I think he was
He was
a
mid-
small person.
supposed to be
Yeah.
A little person.
Yeah,
A
that-
little person.
little
Yeah,
midget.
Yeah, being
Excuse me,
politically
I'm
correct.
sorry,
A
a
little person.
What?
A little person. Yes.
Is midget really disrespectful?
Yes.
Yes.
That's not a politically correct term.
No.
I mean, it used to be at some point, but every time at some point a politically correct term.
But then somebody became a piece of
It is
shit and
a
started
literal description.
It's like, okay,
Little-
Oh, we're not
like
gonna talk
mentally,
about this. We're not doing
mentally
this.
disabled
Little
people
person.
used to literally be called dumb, and then dumb became, whatever. So they use like mentally retarded, and then they're like that became a whole thing. Then they use intellectually disabled. That became a whole thing. So then they just use disabled. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They might just take away all the words
Exactly.
in the dictionary.
Pretty much.
They just keep updating it.
I don't know.
basically.
People can just be so solipsistic.
Is that correct?
I have no idea.
See how you threw it in there so
I
casually?
forgot my word.
So
Webster.
here we go. The definition of solipsistic.
You gotta wait. I gotta pull it up.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, let's find out.
Take a
Let me just,
look.
somebody about to drink, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
get you.
Oh
The
well.
view or theory that self is all that can be known to exist. That's
I forgot what he
solipsism.
said.
What did he say? That could be so. I don't think that was it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Just take a drink. It's nice
Yeah,
to
I
drink.
ain't-
All right, relax.
What's mine's phosphorus?
And she didn't even drink. She didn't even drink yet. Proliferate.
Cheers.
That's close enough. Okay.
Tastes like Captain. No, what's that?
Tastes
Gentleman.
like gentleman's jack.
That sounds
Yeah, but we can't.
Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, that sounds like something else. Pause.
Wow.
Okay.
What were we talking about? The Color Purple.
Yeah,
No,
we're still on Black trauma films.
Yeah.
I think that because Black people experience so much trauma, Black trauma films takes up a majority of our genres. Like, even if a film tries not to contain Black trauma, it's going to contain black trauma
Yeah.
because it's so relatable.
Boys
across
in
the
the
board.
Hood.
Or the
Exactly. Like, Boys
Right,
in the
yes.
Hood is definitely
Yes,
a Black trauma
oh,
film.
yes.
Boys to Men is a black. I mean, not Boys to
Well,
Men.
Boys to
Boys in
Men.
the Hood.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Boys in the Hood is a black trauma movie.
Okay.
if you had Dreams of Making Money, that's a Black trauma film too.
Yeah.
Any Motown film is a Black trauma film. If we being honest,
If we're being honest, yes.
got
Yes.
fucked over constantly.
I mean, Motown itself. Anyway, moving on. We're not gonna. That's the music episode.
All right, so getting away from Black traumas, let's move on to Black biopics.
Biopics.
The Temptations movie.
Muhammad
Five
Ali.
Heart.
Five Heartbeats. Well,
But
technically,
that's not a biopic because they ain't real.
I was gonna say it. The Five
Wait,
Heartbeats
I
is
heard
fiction.
The
Yeah,
gift,
that's
Gifted
fiction.
Hands.
Huh?
Gifted Hands.
Gifted Hands. That's a
Gifted
really
Hands,
good
okay.
one. Ben
That's,
Carson.
Ben Carson's
Yeah.
story.
First
Oh,
black
yeah,
lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I have respect for Ben
Yup.
Carson.
I was so excited, and I heard about that. I was like, bruh, this is the nigga. This is your king.
What did Carson do?
He's a Republican. He was trying to run for president.
And he
and-
supported President Trump. He was
Yeah.
in his cabinet.
A
He was like
heart
over
doctor.
housing and development.
Over housing and development.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah, that
So-
shit didn't make no
Heart
sense.
we good.
So outside of that movie, Ben Carson is canceled.
Yes.
But that
But it's a
movie
great
was
movie.
good.
Cuba
Really
Gooding
good.
Jr. did amazing. Yes, he did.
Heard you.
It's
Heard
like
you.
when people open their mouths, you didn't realize how stupid they were, and it's like,
But you know the best black biopic, An American Dream, the Jackson 5 movie.
You already hold on. That's my favorite movie.
I heard of
I had that movie on
Okay.
VHS at the crib and literally watched that joint like 3 times a week one summer. Like,
But why Angela Bassett gotta play everybody?
But because she's
Yeah.
that message.
She
Angela
She can
Bassett.
play
When it comes
anybody.
to biopics, she's
Anything.
literally every character. Like,
go to bed, Joe. Go to bed. She wasn't playing.
I don't want it.
My man's trying to whip them kids at 19 and 20. Like, Marlon.
Who left the towel in the pool?
Marlon. Like, he was trying so hard to, like, give dominance. Like, bruh.
What's love got to do with it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she did that.
like, why
She did.
She even did Coretta and Betty. She did that too.
I never saw Coretta.
She played Rosa Parks.
man.
She got
She knows how.
She know what she doing.
I haven't seen any of those, but I
They're
get those
good.
are definitely biopics.
What about Muhammad Ali?
That was good.
Y'all think Will Smith did a good job?
I think he thinks he did a good job.
He did a decent enough job, I think.
This is what I'm gonna say. While it wasn't a biopic based on him, the new Will Smith in One Night in Miami. I said the new Will Smith. The new
He did
the new-
amazing.
Oh,
he
the new.
did a much better job of playing.
Oh,
Muhammad Ali
yes, he
than
did.
Will Smith.
And I
said,
think
"Look
that
at it.
Will Smith
I'm
gets
so
caught
pretty."
up in being Will Smith so much that he tries to portray that in some of the things he's in, so it's not as good as it could be. Like he's so egotistical that he's just like, okay, well this is me, and here's Muhammad Ali featuring.
So it's Will
Like,
Smith playing Muhammad Ali.
Right,
That's what it comes
right.
off
Yeah.
as. Yeah.
Shout out to Eli Gore. He really did his thing
He
one night
did,
in Miami.
man.
Yes.
He made Muhammad Ali so believable.
Nice.
But
I was like,
speaking
damn.
of boxers, do you know who I think gonna kill this fucking role?
Oh yeah,
Foxx.
Jamie
Man, Mike
Foxx. Yes.
Tyson.
Fox.
He just need that voice. He just
It's
need that
gonna be-
voice.
First of all,
First
the
of
voice
all,
is on point. It's gonna be
Jamie
epic.
Foxx killed everything he
But I want to
did.
see what they gonna do with him
Ray.
physically.
Ray.
I want to see.
Yes.
Oh, you don't see the
swole.
pictures?
Oh, he already getting swole.
Man,
Cause,
yes.
Cause Tyson was swole.
Yes.
That was a swole dude.
I just need that this.
Oh, but he got it. He already
He
done,
do.
did it in interviews and everything. His Mike Tyson impersonation is on point.
Really?
But yes, but that Ray Charles impersonation
Yes, that was spot on.
is so perfect.
Is it? No, my sorry.
Is
You know
it
what's
the show?
another good one? Ray. Ray was good.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ray.
yeah.
We just talking about
Oh,
Ray.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
I thought we just said that.
yeah, we literally just said that.
Oh my bad.
It's all good. It's all good.
She over here low.
Oh, you know what's really good? Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington playing
Yeah.
Malcolm X.
I cannot
It's-
wait. for
Red
this.
hair
It's
and all.
actually going to be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see him just
Yep.
take his.
When
Have y'all seen Red Tails?
Red Tails was
Yes,
good.
Ray Tails was good.
The only thing I have to differentiate between is the original Tuskegee Airmen and Red Tails.
Mm-hmm.
I think that with Lawrence Fishburne, Ala Payne,
I didn't know
Malcolm
there was
Jamal
a
Warner.
original.
Oh, they did that. They did that.
But I
Hold on, Malcolm
remember.
Jamal
yeah.
Warner?
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was like 1990 something.
I thought you said-
Yeah, we got
Original
But
or
the
the
thing
remake?
about Red
The
Tails
original.
is I think that's the first time that black people came together when it came to like dollars being spent in the black community, because everybody was like buying out theaters so kids could go see Red
Yeah.
Tails
Mm-hmm.
and that's the first time anything like that happened, and I
It was
like
like
the
the-
way it
the
continued
Black
after.
Panther.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
That Black Panther.
Exactly. Everybody was buying it out. Schools were going on field trips, all this stuff.
Yeah, because that was definitely an educational thing for the history, especially with black people, especially since the white people don't tell the history of black
Correctly,
people
they sure
very
do
accurately
not.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, I agree with that.
Speaking of Chadwick, 42.
Yes. He does people
He did
very
better.
well.
He
I
did
think he
James
did
Brown
better
too.
with James
Yeah.
Brown. Okay, yes. Yeah, he
better
Seen
than
Mom
James Brown.
Brady's Black
Black
Bottom.
Bottom,
Yes.
yeah,
We
that
got-
was
we got-
good.
Hands down.
Viola Davis did amazing. She
Yeah.
did.
Hands down, I think everybody in that movie did great. But I think that was Chadwick Boseman's best work. And I hate the fact that I think that's his best work, and I'm not saying that because it's bad. I'm saying that because I felt like that was going to be, that was the role that was going to propel him forward. And it's not to say that I think he was in great positions now, but he hadn't done anything to that magnitude, and that was going to put him in front of everybody's cameras, like everybody's script, like get Chadwick Boseman for this.
But I think I don't want to sound like a downer here, but I think he put on that performance because
Because
he
he
knew.
knew. He knew.
Like,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
and I said the same thing. I was like, he that was the epitome of I'm gonna do it like it's the last
I'm
time
laying
I'm
everything-
about to
yeah.
do a
Yeah.
character ever. And I think he put everything on the line for that one. And it showed, but it's so sad that it had to be
Sad,
like it.
Yeah.
But
And who would knew? Is that the last minute? Oh yeah, he had. When did he?
yeah, that was crazy. But since we were talking about Viola Davis, what's that book? The Help.
The Help.
The Help
okay.
that became a movie. Is that considered a biopic because it was about like all the people and that really happened?
Technically, no, because it's not about one specific. Like it's not about actually.
didn't know who it
yeah,
was.
it wasn't a specific person.
Damn.
Only thing I hate about that movie is the movie
shit
is called
bombs.
About the Help, but it technically wasn't about the help. It was about the
the
girl
white
who wrote the white savior who was writing
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
help,
that's what I
and that's
said.
what blows me every single time.
Oh my gosh, I was always there for you guys, and when I went home, my mom kicked out all the black people. When
I'm so hurt. I need to write a book about that.
Right,
like, and it's about her the
I never
entire
seen
time.
Help.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen it and I read the book.
Wait, is
No,
that the
I've
one
seen
Forrest Whitaker in it?
No.
Okay.
No, you're talking about the butler.
Butler.
Oh, the
It's
Help,
close.
the Butler. It's the male
The
versions of the
slave.
Help.
The house niggas. What we doing next?
I saw what was
The
going
Great
on with the
Debaters.
gas.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That was
yes.
That was the another Forrest Whitaker
And
was
the
in that
one-
too, right?
Forrest Whitaker was in there,
Cuba
Denzel
Gooding
Washington was in
Jr.
there, and then Denzel Whitaker was in it.
What, Fences? No.
And then the one.
Fences,
Cuba Gooding
no,
Jr.
it's based off a play, but
It's based off a
yeah, I would consider that black trauma
You said the
though,
one where
because
Cuba was in?
Yeah, where he
Consider
taught them to
happiness.
swim or something. You
So,
remember
when they
that?
went
That was
deep sea
Pride.
diving?
No.
Oh, no,
Oh,
when he told him to swim, that was Pride.
That was Pride.
But I'm thinking about when they went deep sea diving. He
That's
did
Men
Men of
of
Honor.
Yeah, Men of
I
Honor. That was
love
a really
that
good movie.
movie. Yeah,
That was really good.
he really
Cuba,
did.
Probably
he did a
Cuba
lot
Gooding-
of like people before he,
Became crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Would we consider him crazy? Is he crazy now?
Well, I thought he was
Bro,
like
He was like feeling on people, but I
I
don't
was
know.
like, he a molester.
yeah.
I mean,
I feel like you gotta lose your mind. You going around just feeling on people.
We don't know the
I'll do
situation. We move on.
That's a bad white girl that night.
Straight Outta Compton? Was that-
Straight Outta Compton
yeah,
was a
yeah,
biopic.
that's a biopic.
Yes, and that was good. I love the
It
nigga that played
was,
Easy E.
yeah.
Unfortunately, he went
Yeah,
crazy.
whoever played Easy E, he did. What was his name? Because he was also in
Jason-
Chicago,
The Shy.
Chirac, whatever.
Yeah,
What's it called?
The Shy.
The Shy, yeah.
But we don't talk about him because he canceled down.
Yeah,
damn.
He was feeling on people too.
On people too.
Oh, yeah.
People might get
Keep your
canceled.
hands to yourself.
Might
Come
be
on.
canceled.
Man, consent flows only, y'all. Come on.
What about the pursuit of happiness?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
Oh yeah, Will Smith.
I
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
hate that movie.
I'm sorry, I love that movie.
I love
only
it, though.
because the fact Will Smith used to cry at that joint, and
Okay,
like,
and
the
the
way he was trying to
nigga
hold
was
back
like
his tears,
twitching.
he's like,
That's exactly how he looked on a red table talking to the
Pain.
I had an entanglement in August. Entanglement. Like that.
Pain.
man was trying so hard
He
to
said,
hold back.
explain what entanglement is. The folks want to know.
And what is an entanglement?
But no, definitely Pursuit of Happiness. Like, your man really did that, and to actually do it with his son.
Yeah, that
You know,
was
I
good.
think it brought such a authentic relationship there.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, that boy Jada was This was before he went crazy as well.
He's not
but
crazy. He's not crazy. He's just
he
different.
just had too much freedom.
And I think
That's all.
Yeah,
He had too much
He
freedom.
did have freedom.
But no, and I think he can probably still really act if he wanted to, because I think he did a good job in The Get Down.
I love it, man.
But,
They should have never canceled
But
that.
back then, even as a
Please,
kid,
bring
he
back
was
The
so
Get Down.
good with being a kid towards his dad. And it was,
Ooh,
it was
Karate
so
Kid, when he was in Karate
Karate
Kid.
Kid.
I love that.
Yeah.
I saw that movie 3 times in theater. I thought it was so good.
I hate it here. I say that at work every day, bro. I hate it here. I want to go home.
Facts.
I want to go home. That's crazy.
Wow.
But I really think they sized him, and like, cause a lot of times they would give him and Willow awards at the same time, but knowing that he deserved them. Like Willow would just be like, Jaden and Willow got this, and it's
I mean,
like,
she did. I whip my hair back and forth.
but that
She's
does not
come out with
compare
so much
to-
more other stuff, dude.
Has
She got like 2 albums out.
But no, I'm talking about at the time when they were both getting awards.
Yeah.
He had like everything.
So when they were on there, come up before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I-
that's setting her up for failure. Like,
I
she
get
can't even like
Yeah.
achieve her goals because it's like no matter what, I'm gonna be in my brother's shadow
Yeah.
the whole time.
But you know who didn't
I mean,
do
she's
that?
gonna be in her
Janet
mom's
and Michael.
shadow
I
now.
was in her
Like,
mom and dad's shadow, but
She's gonna be in a lot of shadows at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
call her
Moving
Shadow
along.
Walker. What you mean? Like,
but we can't
Oh,
talk about black biopics and not talk about Malcolm X. Come on.
I just said it.
Well, yeah, she did talk
I
about.
did.
She did say.
But
she
it's alright, we
did
can talk about it
we did
because I
talk
love that
about
movie.
Yeah.
Denzel did his damn thing, okay?
Absolutely.
Spike Lee did his
Man,
damn
when
thing.
he was getting that fucking relaxer, that shit had me
coffee.
damn. I was like,
It's like, it's supposed to be this out.
let that shit ride. Let that shit ride.
That ain't.
I don't know if this is a biopic, but like Spike Lee's coming out with a new movie. I guess it's like, where it's more so like black trauma.
Spike Lee is always black
Yeah,
drama.
it's always black.
It's always
But he gonna do a damn good job on it.
Mhm.
Okay, like this shit is really about to be OP. I guess it's like the roles are reversed where or a guy is like confronting the cop is basically the
American Skin?
No, it's not American
So
Skin.
the cop gonna get killed?
Yeah, so
I know what you're talking about.
So like this guy, like he gets stopped by a cop, and the cop shoots his son, but he's now going to be the judge and the executioner.
Oh.
So the roles are reversed for the cop. So it's like
That's a conflict of interest. You can't do that.
It's so crazy, but I'm just like,
What
okay,
movie
so
But it is.
So like
if it's
what's
your
great
job
is,
is to protect niggas a conflict in the interest.
I thought
it's like basically.
I thought it was called
I don't
American
know.
Skin.
I don't know if it's American.
With the dude that played Nat Turner.
Nat Turner.
Yes, it's American Skin.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That came out already.
Actually,
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it came out already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, American Skin.
I can't wait to watch that myself.
Yeah, I want to see it because the dude, man, what's his name? Nate Parker. I
Nate
love
Parker,
him.
he did his shit. He said
He did the Nat Turner movie. That was a good one too.
He said this is going to be your jury, inmates. I was like, what? You got inmates as your jury.
Yeah.
Not to backtrack, but Do the Right Thing was a trauma for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh yes.
But I mean, that's Spike Lee. He likes to use that and then layer on top of it.
Y'all
so.
ever seen the Do the Right Thing episode of Boondocks?
No.
When she set up the lemonade stand and
Yes,
Yeah.
What about I just had it. Alright.
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back as soon as we move on.
Selma.
Selma's good.
Who plays
Ava
Selma?
DuVernay.
I'm sorry.
Ava DuVernay did amazing on that.
Hold on, what's her name? I love her
Ava
name.
DuVernay.
DuVernay. You better put some
You better
respect on
acknowledge
it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Respect on it.
I don't know her. Okay. Ava DuVernay.
Yes, I love her.
When They See Us. Have y'all seen it?
Yeah.
That's a biopic.
Wait, when they see.
Oh,
On Netflix,
see,
yeah.
I still don't have the courage
Bro,
to watch When They
I
See
can't
Us.
watch it again.
Is that the one when they
With the Exonerated 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
the
that's why we're gonna call
Exonerated
that
5.
My
Yes.
bad.
Fuck
Get
Trump.
it together.
Excuse my language.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Took a whole page ad on them
Nah,
little
that song
boys.
was really good.
Man, 4th episode, tears. I'm talking about snot coming out my nose crying.
Yeah,
I
ain't
will
cried
never
nothing
watch that
though,
shit
but,
again.
I ain't cried nothing, but
It just really pissed you off because like the moment she was just like, okay, yeah, I'm a pretend like they did something. I was like, oh, bitch.
Yeah.
I was, man, that white. I ain't never hate white people so much
I
watching that.
hate white people so much, but I'm just like, oh, child.
Eventually, I'm gonna watch it, but right now, it's just
Honestly, from someone who watched it, if you don't want to watch it, I would totally understand.
Okay.
Don't
But
do
the
it to yourself.
crazy part is that feeling that we get is that same feeling that we got at Get Out, like at the end.
Yeah,
when we saw,
yeah.
like,
We was
the
like-
lights, everybody was like, oh my god, that nigga going to die, he's going to jail. Then it was his friend, and we was like, oh thank God.
Yo, I remember in the theater, everybody was I'm motherfucking TSA.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he made me take TSA real serious after that. I was like, TSA.
Nah, he did the hell out of that, for real.
That's-
That was a good movie, though.
Alright, so let's move on from the black biopics. Let's go into black inspirational films. Black inspirational films. Which honestly, some of the biopics definitely touch on black inspiration. Because when we mentioned Pride earlier,
Yeah,
that's
Pride is
definitely
good.
inspirational. I love what I love swimming. And so when I watched that movie the first time, I think like 07.
I can't stand Terrence Howard, but it was good.
Because he can't
act, but I love that movie. I love that movie.
He always sound like he's crying.
He sound the same as Snow Dogg.
You know
He sound the
something?
same.
Let me tell you
Oh,
like this.
That was cute.
Y'all want to come swim.
That was
You
cute.
swim for me. But I'm not going to sit here and let you throw your lives away. Because I'm Terrence Howard. But this is how I act.
Man, I don't get to swim in there.
I be like, bruh.
You know, we all out here to swim.
The same speech in every movie.
I'm crying.
But I said, house is gonna float.
He will always be attached to that man. He's not gonna ever get away from that forever.
I don't know how
Like,
inspirational that movie is.
it's not.
I mean,
It's inspirational
for somebody.
Somebody.
I'm up here right
on the
now,
radio,
and
so
I'm trying to be a
mean,
rapper.
Exactly. Somebody like, I'm gonna dump Ludacris in the fucking toilet.
But Hidden Figures.
Wait,
He did.
He didn't get killed.
He didn't kill. He just whooped his
got-
ass.
Yeah.
Which I don't mean to backtrack, but Crash. I forgot all about that movie.
Oh,
That's
oh,
definitely
Crash was a really good movie.
Yeah.
That was.
Don Cheadle,
But when he
everybody did
molested
that.
when he was doing the police joint, I was so
Yeah,
mad.
nah, your
Oh, I
man
was so
was-
mad.
You know, I do wonder what they go through from having to actually do this on camera and portray this person, and then have to, all right, cut. It's like, I wonder if she looked back at the white dude like but knowing it's part of the movie.
But I feel like that's that level of professionalism you have to have.
Some
But
people
yeah, but
can't
sometimes-
separate it.
Yeah.
But you know, some
But as an
people,
actor,
they
you have to.
They have therapists,
Yeah.
to go through those things, even though you're doing your job and being
Yeah,
a
Heath Ledger
professional.
shit.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
happened with
shoot.
Heath Ledger?
He played
No, when he
Suicide
played
Joker.
the
Joker.
He never came out that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
Yeah.
traumatized by doing that shit.
Is that why he died?
Yeah.
Part of it, yeah.
That's why they
what it
said
is.
Batman was cursed, because the first one that came out, Heath Ledger died. The second one, they had the Aurora shooting or whatever. And
Oh, yeah,
it was always
yeah.
looking like every time a Batman came out, it was always something tragic happening.
Yo,
was
I
on
did
fucking
not
Batman.
know. I did not know that about Heath Ledger.
Spider-Man all day.
Yeah, what's that other girl? Anna, no, what's her name? That was on Clueless. She was acting in something too right before she killed herself or overdosed or whatever.
Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy. And then she
I didn't know
overdosed.
Brittany Murphy was dead.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
she died in like
she dead for a minute,
2009
bro.
or something.
Wasn't that the girl in Mean Girls?
No.
Nah.
That's Lindsay
She was
Lohan.
Nah,
King of the Hill, bro. She was one of the voices.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't remember.
She
I
was the one
forgot
that
the-
dated Ashton
Not
Kutcher.
enough about these white people.
Another key.
Okay, back
Anyway,
Backtracking.
inspiration movies, Hidden Figures is one.
Yes.
Yes.
Hidden Figures is,
I
yeah.
was gonna say another trauma.
It was cool.
Fruitvale Station.
We not talking about that, bro.
that.
Yeah, that's
Where was you at when we was talking about traumas?
Look,
You just brought that down.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I'm
I
saying,
said,
think
it's
of all
so
the
much of
movies.
the genre that you can't think of any movie without thinking of trauma. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like even inspirational movies are very traumatic. Even most of this intertwines with itself. Most of the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's another inspirational movie? Though?
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah,
Remember the Titans.
it's just cliche,
inspired.
but
I can't stand that movie,
Yeah.
but
Drumline.
it.
That wasn't inspiring.
Are you really?
Man,
Being
drumline.
as though a lot of us played on the drumline. I'm going to say drumline was inspiring because it gave people the inspiration to move forward and create careers.
That's
out of-
it.
and create careers. No, being serious, and create careers based on that. I.e., I'm speaking on myself.
I'm about to say you.
Drumline was a movie I really was inspired by in 2003.
Until 2 came out.
And
We were already on
I'm sorry,
drumline past
Drumline
that
2 doesn't exist. that is.
Man, I remember when that shit came out and everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch it," in the group me, and then I was
Bruh,
sitting
our
in my
group
room, I
me
like, I
was
ain't watching
lit.
it.
I
And
was
then
like,
it was
I'm
like,
not watching
man, that shit was
No,
some shit.
I wanted to watch it because I thought it was going to be.
We watched it in the
something worth
student center,
watching.
remember? And then we were all in a group me talking.
I was sitting there looking at the group me like,
I remember y'all being there, but I was like, I'm good. I ain't gonna watch it.
I'm not
That
gonna
movie
lie.
For
was
that reason.
a joke.
Garbage.
The fact that her double was dark skinned.
First
It
of
was
all,
what killed
I
me.
hate to say this, it is very rare in black film, in any film, that the next one is either good or even on the same level.
Yeah,
Like,
unfortunately.
and the next one or the next ones after that. That's why I don't understand. Like,
I was gonna say, but Friday though, like.
Yeah,
All the
but
Fridays
for the
was better.
original Friday was the
Friday
best.
is way
Yeah,
better than
the original Friday
any
was
of
the
the other
best.
Fridays.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying.
back to inspirational though.
Mm.
I'm
Friday is
sorry,
also
but
inspirational to me.
I'm not gonna say it's not, but we talking about clear and obvious inspiration. But Cool Runnings was very
Cool
inspirational.
Runnings. No, you know why? Because I met Leon. I met Leon, and that nigga was an asshole.
Was he really?
Yes, because we tried to take a picture of him, and he was like, "Hold on, I'm on my phone," and we was waiting, and he was just like,
Was this at HU?
"Nah, this was DC."
Oh,
Exactly,
okay.
trash. The man was
I was gonna say,
trash.
'cause we all came with this.
Yeah, we
And
was,
he ain't never take the picture with you?
nah, he did, but he was like,
Oh.
"Man, come here." Like, okay, but you a celebrity, dude.
But
Like,
you know they get tired of that.
okay, but then don't act like that.
It
You could
seems
just be like,
another
no.
conversation that we was talking about
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah.
so we just go back to that.
But yes, Cool Runnings is very inspirational.
Yes.
Sure.
My lucky egg.
Enough people say they know they can't believe it.
I
But
don't
no.
know. I feel like black people being in film at some point is very inspirational because
touche.
especially early on, like black films don't exist, and if they do, it's the same 5 people. Like we said, Angela Bassett and everything.
Yeah.
She's an amazing actress, but I mean, some roles you can expand, and I feel like they don't because they think that we could just, you know, recycle the same people, so we don't have to hear their mouths or anything. So I think it's an inspiration just to be an actor or actress in a black film, like just to see people like you on TV, because that didn't happen for generations before us. So
What movie was it that Lupita? I always say her last name wrong.
Wongo?
No, she was
Yeah.
she was in 12 Years a Slave too.
Okay.
yeah.
That's just honestly the only thing I know her in.
Yeah.
I was trying to make sure that try to put more actresses and actors out there.
Well, she's up and coming. I think they're trying to get her into more stuff as well.
Now more than recently,
she's more
especially
solidified.
after everything that's happened, they definitely are reaching out to more black people.
Well, they threw her in the bucket of people that they're gonna pick from now. So
Yeah.
she's actually.
What about Coach Carter? Oh, it's not.
Coach
Oh,
Carter,
yeah, I love her.
Even though they didn't win, like I can honestly say that was the one thing where
Rich,
they didn't
what?
actually win.
That was still
the
good.
entire event, and I didn't see that coming. I didn't know the true story. So when I seen Coach Carter,
They won in the long run though.
they only won like the first round of the playoffs, and then they lost after that.
Yeah, but like I don't know, them coming up like that, I feel like they won.
Oh yeah, to be completely defeated.
I mean,
and
they-
then to go to
Not
playoffs.
defeated.
Yeah, like they hadn't won a game in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, so that was definitely inspiration.
And for them niggas to learn how to read, that was inspirational. Like
There was only one
I'm
person
serious.
who could read. Other than that, everybody else is great.
One person is way too many to not know how to read on a basketball team.
This is true.
Like
Glory.
Oh, the Denzel Washington.
that man, that
Civil
tear.
oh, American Gangster, that was inspirational.
It's on people how to hustle.
Well,
That was, I mean, we got a whole bunch of hustlers. Like, we
You're
think
not wrong.
And we're not
Not
just
wrong.
talking about drugs though.
No.
We're talking about
Yeah.
just hustling
Yep.
in life. So I'm
Get
just,
into your next dollar bill.
That man just came up on him.
Training.
oh, like a true gangster. He was like, what you gonna do? Shoot me in front of all these
He
people?
said, "Yeah."
And gave him his percentage and left.
I guess something that can also be black trauma and inspirational is Harriet.
I ain't watching that.
I did.
Yeah.
I loved Harriet.
I did watch her. That was
I mean, aside from the controversy of Cynthia, it was a great movie.
That
I don't know what was
reminds
such.
Well, it's stuff she said, you know,
About black people.
about black people.
Let's talk about it.
She's like,
Oh, well, that's just gonna be in a tangent
Yeah,
of itself.
that's not-
Yeah, that's a topic that you got to.
That's a
Yeah,
whole
no.
topic, like-
That's a whole separation topic that we don't even want to bring on here right now.
Hard facts.
Yeah.
Blindside.
The blind
Blind
side.
Side.
Was,
Okay,
that
yes.
was.
But that's also that
Yeah,
white
that's
savior
that white
thing.
savior
that-
shit. That's not inspirational for
because
me.
it gets on my nerves that man had a whole, like, he went through so much and they barely talked about him. They talked about that white lady trying to save
You
him.
know what?
And don't
You're
get
right.
me wrong, when I was younger, I wanted to be adopted by a white lady so bad. So it's not like once you get a certain age, you're like, that shit's not real life. Like, I don't know.
What
they
kind of
never
black
know.
trauma were you steeped in to be wanting to be?
They got
You know,
better
people
at
wanna know.
everything. Like,
You know,
for
people
real.
wanna
I
know.
had a cardboard for no,
Hey.
it's like, it
Wow.
wasn't that bad.
Wow.
Cardboard.
Niggas was eating healthy.
Alright, so let's
Some of
get
this damn wetted food.
Oh, you know, also Hotel Rwanda, technically.
Hotel Rwanda was good.
But it's also black trauma.
trauma.
And that's why it's always a trauma.
Right.
He led people to freedom. The nigga was Moses.
I guess.
Shout out to Don Cheadle.
Okay, that's my cousin. Okay, he from Sierra Leone too. That's my cousin.
Black Panther.
Yeah, I
It
guess.
really was.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That's the first time niggas saw a black superhero on
That's
the
her.
site.
It was
And it was
inspirational.
all black.
Static Shock
Everybody
was my
was
first black.
First
song.
of all,
Everybody was
that
black.
was the first
Static Shock was
successful
my
black
first black
movie
sister.
that we
I mean,
saw because
Everybody
Green
was black.
Lantern didn't cut it.
Except for one person.
That's huh?
One person was
yeah,
white
that's
in that
because he
movie.
was an outsider, and they clearly made sure you knew that nigga was an outsider. And then the other white
Don't
dude got
belong
shot.
here.
I was gonna say yeah, Claw got
Yeah,
capped.
yeah.
I've noticed that there's a trend of every black inspiration movie. I think Charvon said it is like there's trauma in it to lead to the inspiration,
Yeah.
and that kind of shows how the movie industry is like. Yeah, you
They
gotta
play
go
all
through
black
something. Yeah,
trauma.
you
Yeah.
gotta go through something before you get something. It can't just be a happy, like a happy situation all around from the beginning to end.
Can we think of any of those?
Where it's happy from the beginning to end.
Yes.
Parodies.
No, not
Don't drink
parodies.
your soup. It's out control.
Well, I'm trying to think.
Not parodies.
Aquila and the Bee, maybe?
I was gonna say Aquila and the Bee earlier.
No, it's
No, she had to.
Yeah,
She's still with trauma.
What's
Yeah,
the
she had to
one,
go through her mama. Her mama was
you right.
like
I
not
don't want to
trauma.
spell anymore.
What about the one where
She
Kiki
learned
Palmer
football.
played? Yeah.
No, because she was like her uncle had to get her out of that. That's why they went to football for the opposite. Like She was,
Damn.
she was down
We're
bad.
not going to do.
Can anybody think of black movies with zero trauma, where the black people were just ecstatic from beginning to
I
end?
guess technically, I don't know. I guess hazing is trauma, but school days.
That don't
That
count.
had hella trauma. That girl
I was
was
gonna
great.
say,
Like,
there's a lot of trauma in school.
she got fucked by the whole line, bro. Like,
A lot of trauma.
But she willingly
like,
said
you're
yes.
not gonna fuck this nigga. You're not
She
gonna
said yes.
Willingly say yes.
She said
It
yes.
wasn't
I
rape.
don't know. Her
But he
face-
was fucked up for coming to her and be like, "You did it? Why? I thought you wanted me
You
to."
thought she was better than that.
No, you didn't.
If your nigga, you know what? Anyway, moving
If
on.
your nigga asks you to fuck another nigga, that's not your nigga. Like, first of all, let's get that straight.
I'm trying to
Like,
think of a movie without any controversy. or any trauma.
Honestly, I'm gonna Google it because nothing can come to
A
mind.
black movie.
I'm looking at all the black comedies right now, and I'm just like,
You gotta think of comedies.
Nah, you know what?
Black trauma, black trauma, black trauma.
That had some type of trauma.
I guess. Well, no, that had Love Jones technically had trauma too because they broke up and got back together.
That's
Stage
nasty.
black.
Yeah, that's trauma. That's
Yeah.
trauma.
That's
Damn.
too much trauma.
I'm gonna say the best man, but fuck.
That was trauma.
That was trauma and
That was
trauma.
all trauma. And trauma.
Can't say think like a man.
Damn.
That's
No
trauma too.
trauma.
Everything got trauma in it.
The
God
Wood?
damn. Trauma. Well,
That's
that
definitely trauma.
That wasn't no
was
trauma.
that was coming of age.
That was coming of age.
Yeah, so yeah.
So the
Sometimes
Wood.
some people's coming to age is trauma.
Basketball.
No.
That
was trauma.
That was traumatic to watch, bro. Like, y'all niggas still not together, bro. Like, y'all live together for how long? Right next to each other. No.
Honestly, Google ain't even helping, bro.
Okay.
I
So I
don't
guess
think
the
that's it.
Wood would be the only one that we can think of.
If y'all know any movies that don't have any trauma in it, that's just joyful black folk, comment and let us know.
And don't forget to subscribe and like this video.
Coming to America?
Brown sugar? No.
Brown, well,
No, because
they
she broke
could.
up the divorce.
Click,
Doing the
click.
divorce, yeah.
My divorce.
Yeah. That was traumatic. That was traumatic for me. to watch that.
Richard Lawson.
Could you
Get your
imagine?
wife out on a date with another man.
Could you imagine being in that restaurant nowadays, bruh? Everybody.
Everybody,
Oh, it's World Star.
He said, "What we
Like,
celebrate?" He said, "Clink, clink."
My divorce. Damn.
All right, so moving on to the my favorite topic, 90s black movie.
90s.
Oh,
That was just the most amazing time ever.
That was the golden
'Cause
age
I was
of
born.
black
movies.
movies.
It was.
I don't
Absolutely.
know what happened in the 2000s, but they stopped accepting black film. I don't know.
So I just want to let y'all know out there,
Black screen.
you don't have a black card if you have not seen these movies.
Oh, there's a list.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a list.
All right.
Poetic Justice,
All right.
Okay.
Friday,
Okay.
South Central,
Okay.
Which one?
the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about with the parody?
Yeah.
Well, right. So I would actually say the whole name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's not the original.
No. South Central
Is
is
the
the
original.
original.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be
Don't
a menace to society while
Yeah.
drinking your gin and juice in the hood.
Just your juice.
It's the while drinking your juice in the hood is the parody.
Mhm.
Just South Central.
Okay.
But mind you, this
Big
parody
old one.
consisted of all of these movies.
Yes, you're right. Message.
Yeah, Friday, Juice,
Juice.
definitely, The Wood,
Yes.
Love Jones.
Yes.
Booty call?
I would Booty Call.
Oh, it's so funny though.
I like
That's
Booty
a
Call.
black trauma.
Was that 99 or 2000?
That was definitely 90s.
It was,
No,
yeah,
that's
it
like
was-
98.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
like
90s.
That's a black
Yes.
trauma.
But I wouldn't consider Booty Call one on the list. That it's okay.
That's
if
like
you
a
didn't
staple
watch it.
90s black
It's
film.
okay if you didn't watch it, but yes, that's definitely one of the 90s black films.
Not this seat
Let's
that you
see,
keep doing.
Menace to Society.
Menace to
Definitely
Society.
Menace to Society. That's
Yes.
so what you telling me is
You said boys in the
hold on.
Hood.
So what you telling me is you went to the store at 11 o'clock.
You know you done
Yeah,
fucked up.
yeah, hold on. Yeah. So what you telling me is you went to the store at 12 o'clock. Yeah, it was about 12. You know you done fucked up. Yeah, you done fucked up.
You know what's also a good one?
What's that?
Set It Off.
Oh,
Yes.
God, I said
Set
it
It
off.
Off.
Yes, he said it off.
She said,
Staple.
my nigga Queen
I'm
Latifah
sorry.
died like a G,
The
bro.
song in that joint is what set that whole scene.
It's when she do that little thing in her
For
car.
those who don't know,
Corvette.
the name of that song is "Against the Wind" by Lori Perry.
You had to look it up.
I had to. When I got older, I was like, "Yo, who sings this song?" And every time I hear the song, I see the image. Put the blunt in the mouth.
Day after day. Y'all are too much, I swear to God.
I'm gonna drink to that one. I'm gonna drink to that one.
Blade.
No.
Nah.
No superhero movies. We're talking about all.
You know what's also
We're
good?
talking about all gangster, like straight up, like gangster movies in the hood that you can relate to.
I wouldn't call it
City?
New Jack City.
East Bayou.
East Bayou is my favorite movie of all time.
That's what
East
Megan
Bayou.
did.
She said, I saw Daddy.
That's a whole nother. That's trauma.
Yeah, that is. But it's
Cause that thing, man,
That was
deep.
I love.
That movie was deep.
Journey did her thing in that movie, and she been doing her thing ever since in Lovecraft
absolutely.
Country.
She was a little
Okay,
kid.
she was so cute, and she's still doing her damn thing in Lovecraft, and I love it.
Above the rim.
Above the rim.
Yes.
Tupac did his damn thing.
Definitely above the rim.
If you never seen all of Tupac's movies, because he only in like 5 of them bitches.
In the 90s.
If you haven't seen any of the movies that Tupac's in, then that's really part of it. Like,
You know what movie is the best?
What?
Life. Adam Pappy.
oh my god.
Life.
That was 99.
99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do
Gonna
fools
eat
fall
your
in love?
Why do fools fall in
Oh,
love?
speaking of Lorenz Tate.
That's a biopic.
That was an inspirational
Fools Fall
film
Up,
for
definitely a
me.
biopic. And then The Inkwell.
The Inkwell. Jada was in that joint
Yeah.
too.
What?
I love that movie.
And that's when the situationship started for Jada.
Man.
If y'all remember, she was thrashing Big Cuz in the joint.
Dwayne Martin.
Lorenz Tate looked through her window and she was getting thrashed by Cuz.
She wasn't. They were just kissing.
It don't matter. He was about to thrash. Like, we all knew what was about to happen.
So
And that's when her situationship started. And it started with
She was
whatever
trying to
his
get
name
tangled
was.
with that dick.
You know what also is the 90s movies? House Party.
Ooh.
House Party.
Well, some of them.
The second.
No, the first one was
The first one
was
and the second.
88.
Some of them
First
were
one was 88.
88. Okay.
I thought the first one was 90.
Look at that.
I swear to God, it was
Nah,
1990.
it's,
There was one
I
that I feel
could be
like
wrong,
they
but
just
I'm
made
almost
last
sure.
year.
The first one was 88.
Party. 1990 is when it
I
dropped.
didn't know what the fuck I was saying.
Oh, all right, 1990.
Yeah.
So it just made it.
So then I think the last
Yeah.
one wasn't that. I think.
Well,
it was in
technically, it depends on which one
2000,
you call
because
the
they had,
last
like,
one.
Marquise
Right, because
Houston
they had like a house
No,
party.
there was another
7
one after that.
Trash.
Yeah.
House Party. We only
There's like
count
five.
House Party 1 and 2.
We only-
That's what I'm saying.
Only
We
1
got
and 2.
three.
Oh, okay. Well, 3,
Because
3,
the
3,
third one had. Who was in the third one?
It was
IMAX and
IMAX.
TLC.
Right, so that's why I was.
Well,
the third
technically,
one
it
had
became the
IMAX.
full one because the fourth one was IMX all the way. I love that.
Oh,
fourth
when they
one.
were
We talking
older.
about baby IMAX.
Yeah.
Or, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
but-
immature. No,
Yeah, immature. Before they
Whatever.
became, you know,
Then they grew up.
I don't know. I love Ford. That's my favorite.
Juice.
We already
said
said
Yeah,
Juice.
yeah, we talked about juice.
You got the juice now?
The we said the Nutty Professor, have we?
I wouldn't call that a
Nah.
staple 90s
Nah.
movie though.
90s?
I think we love
Soul Food. Soul Big Mama.
Definitely soul food.
She said, "Fuck the family."
Fuck my husband. It was all like, oh.
And they looked at him like he was stuttering.
Oh, you know.
Well,
Players Club.
Belly.
Players Club.
Belly.
That's
And
not-
players.
That's 90s.
Damn.
Yes, definitely 98.
Oh, my chest. Paid in Full. Is that 90s?
Paid in Full. I think it's early 2000s.
I think it's
Paid in
2000.
Full is 2002.
But that shit was amazing.
Mo Better Blues, I wouldn't say, nah.
It is 90s.
No, it is, but it's not what.
It's not a staple. Crooklyn.
Crooklyn.
Definitely Crooklyn.
Yeah,
I will say
definitely.
Crooklyn. I love down to the soundtrack. That movie made me want to
Oh,
listen to
yeah.
old school music.
Absolutely.
From the entrance of People
No,
Make the
the-
World Go Round.
yeah,
I love that movie.
The way it started, it set the
doom,
tone.
doom,
It
doom,
set the tone.
doom, doom. I just knew that movie was gonna be lit. I love that
What
movie.
was that movie? It wasn't Undercover Brother, but it was with Eddie Griffith Jr. and he was fucking everybody's wife. You remember that shit?
What?
Shit.
And then he would go to the bar and eat like pig balls and.
I thought that was Pootie Tang.
Was that okay? Was it? They made it too.
Big balls.
Have you guys seen Dead Presidents?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Bro, when they
Another
all-
Lorenz
man.
Tate, Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, was that movie with Chris Tucker when he became president? Was that 2000?
Head of
Some of these
State.
movies, I'm
That's,
about to
No, you talking about Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You talking about Chris Rock.
Yeah.
He got game.
he got game. Yeah.
I
Yes.
forgot about
Jesus,
his
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Joanna Man.
Oh, no.
That-
No, that's not even 90s. That's like
A lot
2000.
of people can live
What
without
not
knowing
to
about
do?
that.
Oh,
This is the opposite of what you should do.
absolutely not.
Have y'all seen Higher Learning?
Yeah,
Yes.
but that came out in the 80s, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 90s.
Higher learning?
Higher Learning was 90s. 95.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Dang.
John Singleton. John Singleton was big in the 90s anyway.
He was.
May he rest in
Oh,
peace.
yeah, speaking
Yeah.
of Baby Boy.
That's not 90s.
That is
2003.
99.
That was
99.
2000.
That
Oh,
was
he know.
99.
I'm gonna believe him because he be
Okay.
knowing.
That was 99. You pull it up if you don't
Yeah, let me
believe
see.
me.
Ving Rhames was doing the shit in that movie. I love him.
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
Definitely into the.
Well, Omar
What's
Epps.
that?
Omar Epps and LL Cool J.
A thin line between
Anything with
A thin
Yeah.
line
Thin
between
line
love
between
and hate. Yes. And
Absolutely.
I don't care what anybody say. Martin
Martin was
Lawrence
high
is a
as
problem.
hell in that
He
movie.
was the problem from the jump. I don't care what they said on Brandy. He was a problem.
So
He was definitely the problem.
Exactly. And he tried to say she crazy. She crazy for a
No, she
reason.
was
Really?
crazy.
Anything
For a
with
reason.
Made
Chestnut in
her.
it, too?
No.
He made her crazy.
crazy. Yes, it was all his fault.
Honestly, I think sometimes actors and actresses made 90 films. Like, if you saw
Yeah.
something with Morris Chestnut in it, you automatically think it's a
That
90s
makes
film
sense.
regardless. Like,
Yeah.
if you saw,
You know what movie
know,
I actually didn't like? Jason's Lyric.
I can't
Man.
stand
That's a
that
good
movie.
90s.
I hate
But
that
Tretch
movie.
was in it, and I love me some Tretch. So,
But Jason Lyrics was a terrible movie when I was back.
but it had a great cast. That's the crazy thing about it.
What's his name? Joaquin.
But what is it?
Oh, yeah, that nigga that always look everything.
Yeah.
Bovine?
Yeah,
Something like that.
that black nigga that always
Always
plays
look-
crazy.
yeah.
He's always
Both
playing
King
somebody.
Woodbine.
Joaquin Woodbine,
Because
yes.
he was in Dead Presidents too.
He was.
Yeah.
Dead Presidents as well. Not
Yeah.
two.
Candyman.
It makes the second one. Candyman.
And
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
the first time I watched it though, it shook me to the core.
I bet.
Because I mean,
The third one scares me to this
That's a
day.
good
I
90s
watched it.
I've
scary
never
movie.
seen Candyman, like the old versions. I mean,
Mhm.
granted, the new, they created like a new rendition of
Yeah, I
it.
can't
Yeah.
wait for that joint to
I
drop.
know.
It would have been dropped if it wasn't for COVID.
I know, and what's his
COVID
name is
put a
in
lot
it?
of stuff up.
What's his name? Yaya,
Who was Yaya?
the actor, that black dude.
Honestly, I
Black
feel like I would.
What other movie is he in?
That black dude.
He was in Watchmen.
That black dude.
Oh, I want to see it, but I don't really
Oh yeah,
like
he was in
scary
Black
movies.
Mirror
I don't
too.
like scary movies, and that's
He was in Black Striking Vipers with the two gay dudes.
Real quick,
They was fucking each other.
Baby
with
Boy
a-
dropped in 2001.
Ooh,
Oh,
and I
So, got
Ooh.
Fair
just-
enough.
take a shot for that.
ooh, take a
good.
shot for me.
Devil in the Blue Dress. I know
Yeah,
that's
with
kinda
Denzel
old.
Washington, that's my
Yeah.
bang. Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
good.
Tales. What is it? Tales from
Tales
the
from the
Hood.
Hood.
Tales from the Hood. Ah, that movie traumatized me too.
Bro, they remade
I
like
don't
they
think-
did two more, and that shit was trash.
From the Cradle to the Grave, I feel like that was.
That's like 2000.
That was
2000s.
2000s, yeah.
Like 2000, 2001.
But that last one in Tales from the Hood scared the shit out of me, bro.
Wait,
That
the
scared the
original one?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about with the little baby dolls coming out the?
Nah, that scared me.
that-
But no, the one where he was, they take him to like that, the center so that he can be rehabilitated, and they show him all these clips of like
You
niggas
talking about
getting
one with
shot.
Hakeem from Always on it?
I
Yeah.
came from over
Y'all
But
said
the
Soul
crazy,
Food?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about these movies in this era is it was so good that niggas now are constantly remaking these things. Like
I hate
instead of
that.
making new movies,
Yes.
they're continuing to add on or to something that happened in the 90s. And so I think that's where it gets confusing because it's like, damn, like
That just goes to show how powerful the 90s movies
yes.
were.
A lot of movies now are really just 90 movies remade.
Because think about it, Bad Boys, may say Bad Boys. Bad Boys came out in 96.
It
Yep,
sure
you
did.
right.
And
It sure
they
did.
made the second one in 2002 or 3.
And then they made
And
another.
then the third one didn't come out until 2018.
Yeah, Bad Boys for life.
Like,
And that shit was still good though.
Yeah, it
It was
was.
good.
But to have a movie come out 20 years later?
But I'm
was
glad
just-
they were able to like expand on the story
Yeah,
though.
but
They didn't
this-
do it from like starting from where the second one ended.
Right, but I'm saying, for it to start in 96 and to still come out with a third one
Because-
20 years later because
they wanna
people-
make money.
Right, because
Yeah.
people wanted to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
this.
yeah.
It just goes to show the power in which he's speaking of movies made in the 90s.
Speaking of Angela again, how Stella got her groove back.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I hate that the
She's
real life
stuck in
story.
this groove.
I'm so
No?
done.
Okay.
No.
I feel like it still doesn't beat her Bernadette.
Yeah, it doesn't. Waiting to exhale, it would never.
Okay,
she
that term
did
was
that,
iconic.
okay?
That term
I mean, well,
was
everything Angela does, she bodies. There's never been a role that she's done that I'd be like, I don't like that.
All right, so if that's the case, let's talk about
Nah,
our
I can't say
favorite actors and actresses.
Angela Bassett, Denzel Washington.
Ooh.
Throw Denzel Washington out the window.
My
He is
favorite.
not that good of an actor.
You said who is your favorite?
Here
Mine
we
is
go.
Denzel
Fair enough.
Washington.
Fair enough.
And that nigga's fine.
Morgan Freeman.
What?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's your favorite?
Yeah, a lot of
Respect.
that
Your
stuff
favorite
that
black
he's-
actor?
In what?
That's Joe Clark. Joe Clark.
That nigga narrating the movie. Like,
Hey,
And since
Hey, I mean, lean on me. I mean, he
He lead that. Yeah.
Nah, he was my man in Glory though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loved him in Glory.
Denzel wasn't that too. Amazing actor.
And
He was amazing.
that was his. All right, that was his breakout role because he was able to create that one tear. Let's be
And he
clear
did.
about
He
that.
did that.
He did that.
Because you know, a lot of
Okay.
people can't crown Q.
American
But if you ask me,
Gangster. Look at
They
that.
was really beating his ass.
I mean,
That's why he got that one tear off.
they were,
They was
but-
really beating his ass. Like they hurt.
Hey, he was taking this shit like a D-line.
Okay. And he was just like,
He said, I feel like I've been here before, huh?
Well, he had. He had.
10 years ago, huh?
Like,
Okay.
I will say though, taking it back, way back, my
Bobby
favorite.
Womack. Okay, go ahead.
I can
Way
see back in time. My favorite is Harry Belafonte. I love him. He is my favorite.
Just like this 90-year-old man.
Can you stop? Can you stop?
She gonna kill that man.
God.
No,
He's
you
my
ask me,
favorite.
honestly, until this day, especially I think Power allowed us to see him again. Lorenz Tate.
I
To me,
thought you was
Lorenz
about to
Tate.
say Terrence Howard.
Lorenz Tate is good.
Lorenz Tate
He was good at Girl Strip too.
is, I think, a phenomenal actor up until this day. And I think it's just how he views the craft and works on it. But to see him from those 90 films, we kind of saw him grow up in the 90s. That's the crazy part. From Menace to Society up into his portrayal
He
in
was in
Love
Minister
Jones.
Society.
Yeah.
He sure was as
Oh,
O-Dog.
no.
O-Dog. Yeah,
The
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
ass.
You're right. Was that his first role though?
Yeah. No, in movies, that was his
Okay,
first
okay,
role.
yeah.
He was on.
I thought Inkwell was before that.
He was
No,
very prolific.
no,
that
wait.
Grew up in that area and just, spoke life into his career already.
Okay,
think.
proliferous wasn't the word, but
What was it?
yeah, prolific, proliferate.
No, but
So you got
No,
drink.
it wasn't.
It was.
You ended in S.
I said proliferate.
She did say proliferated.
Drink.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What's the word mean though?
I mean, it don't matter because you still got drink.
But no, just to let you know,
Damn.
he did. I think he did the Inkwell
Cold-blooded.
after, because he was 17 when he did O-Dog.
Increased rapidly in numbers, so you weren't right anyway. Shot.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Lorenz Tate as far as actors. Like,
Only thing is, I
think
feel like
he's
Lorenz Tate didn't have like a wide variety of roles to play. I feel like every single role that he played was the exact same.
The same.
really.
I mean, aside from Menace to Society, but I think everything else he did was
Why
the
do
same.
Fools Fall in Love? That was the same as what?
Mine is okay, 2 roles.
I don't know.
All
that nigga had to do
The
was snap.
Inkwell was the same as what?
The equal was him just playing a random nigga.
Right. When else
In
did
every
he
other
ever-
movie, he played a random nigga.
False. Love Jones?
Nigga.
A
In Love.
random nigga?
A nigga. He just played a
Did you see
nigga.
the betrayal of that poem, Nina's Blues that he did on stage?
Yes, it was him singing Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
False.
Okay.
So, okay. Never
He
mind.
played Frankie. I will say that.
He did.
You know I'm about to
He did.
defend this man.
I know you are. Go ahead.
But tell me roles that were alike.
He barely had any roles, regardless. I mean,
What?
okay, let me rephrase that.
You disrespectful. Next. Shanasa, who's your favorite actor or actress? That's disrespectful, man.
If you could say you hate Denzel Washington,
I don't truly hate
was so
Denzel.
bad.
I just don't think Denzel
Shut your
Washington
mouth.
is as good as what people say he is. I think he's great, but I think they try to put him on a higher pedestal than what he truly deserves. I do think
Bitch, I
he's
feel
great.
like I'm Tom Cruise, but I'm Bobby Witness too. No, I'm just playing. Tom Cruise does fucking suck though. We just gonna.
We're not talking about no
I know,
white
I
man.
know, I know.
We're not talking about
The white man.
It wasn't in order. I was just asking because I had to get off the fact that you just disrespected this man.
My
Lorenz Tate.
favorite actor or actress and actor is definitely Angela Bassett because she's just mother. And
Are we doing this in the 90s? Like, at that
Period.
era?
Period.
Gucci.
You see, she said, Moses.
I'm not gonna hold you like don't get me wrong.
Fuck
Like,
you,
I'm a really big
nigga.
fan. Like I'm a really big fan of Denzel. Like don't get me fucked
Thank
up.
you.
But I also like Lawrence Fishburne. Like Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne is good. He played Ike. To this day, niggas still think that is Ike. Like, they cannot tell Ike Turner, but they can say that that's Ike. And it's crazy because a lot of people, if they showed a picture of Tina Turner, they're like, who is that? But they show Angela Bassett, they're like, that's Tina Turner.
Yep.
It's
It's a
like the
shame.
dude who got the picture of Denzel Washington as Malcolm X.
X.
Them niggas not even the same complexion, bro. Like,
But he did that role. He did that role.
And that's part of Denzel's greatness.
In that goddamn limo.
Okay, and guess who else was in that? Angela Bassett. She did Malcolm. She was in Malcolm X too.
I gotta throw one more in there, and y'all probably gonna clown me for it, but Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes is that nigga,
He
okay?
look like
But the
Wesley.
thing is,
That's
Wesley
fine.
Snipes had an
He
era
gonna be cool.
from like 1990, from like 1980 something
Until he
to
got caught
like
back
to 97.
Until he got
Activate
caught. And then he went to jail.
Every single movie that nigga body was
Everybody
like,
played in with the dude that played Bruce
Sit your
Willis.
$5 ass down before I make change. Like, it don't get no better. His best line in anything ever.
But
Wesley
it
Snipes
was
is that
the
nigga.
one he played in with Bruce Willis when they were in outer space. He was a taxi
Fifth
driver.
Element?
The-
that was a fifth. Was it fifth? No, he wasn't in fifth. That was Chris Tucker as
Is that
Ruby Rod.
Armageddon?
Wait,
Oh,
no.
I'm thinking something different.
Man, Wesley Snipes ain't never do no movie with Bruce Willis.
You probably
He
thinking
did.
of what's his name?
The 60s.
Die Hard with
Wesley
Samuel
Snipes-
Jackson.
Wesley Snipes ain't never do no movie with Bruce Willis. That
Okay,
don't even
I think
sound
for the
correct.
time period though, I'm gonna just say, what's that nigga name? Omar Epps. That was
Yeah.
in every
Hey,
fucking.
He also had an era too.
That nigga-
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And the thing is, he killing television shows now
I was
too.
about to say,
So
but see, he's still going, and he doing his
exactly,
thing.
he's still
And
going.
if we think about it from that aspect, what's Shorty name? That used to be Tina. What's her name? She was in House Party. What's her name?
Oh,
You
Tashina
talking about Tisha
Arnold.
Campbell?
No.
Tisha Campbell.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Tisha.
And she was in, but she wasn't like.
Yeah, that's her name. But she was like every.
She was like television.
No, she was
She was in
also
TV.
like in
She was in
movies.
movies,
Like if
movies,
you
too.
think about her,
She was in
Wait,
Little.
Tashina Arnold or Tisha Campbell? Which
Tisha
one?
Campbell.
Other than House Party, what movie was she in?
What's that? School Days.
She was in School Days. She was in Little Shop of
It
Horrors.
clearly does. What you mean?
She was
Right, but when did those movies come out?
My bad.
The
It was
90s.
Early
That's what we're
90s.
talking about.
Those
I'm saying
the
for the
only
time period.
three though.
it was Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. That was Sylvester
Wesley
Stallone.
Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
I love
I
that
was about to say
movie.
Wesley Snipes and Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis?
Never.
You don't think so?
They ain't never met ever. They don't even know each other.
Not in passing at the Oscars.
Wesley
Nothing.
Snipes don't even know what a Bruce Willis is, and Bruce Willis don't know what a Wesley Snipes is.
And
I
don't.
promise you.
But I loved him in Art of War, Passenger 57. What was that movie where they was trying to blow up like the Chinese consulate or something? And he was
Is it white people in this movie?
yes.
All right, we're not talking about this movie.
The disrespect.
Sorry, y'all know how I feel about a white man.
And
I'm not racist or anything. I'm not in a position of power to oppress any white
Oh,
person.
my goodness.
However, I'm just waiting until we as black people get our just desserts. Our comeuppance, as my sister Jasmine
What
would
is?
say.
Oh, you know who is the best? The best. I'm not gonna say the best, but he is amazing. Eddie Murphy.
that's what I was about to say.
That's
The
a little
diversity,
hard
it's the
to, like,
diversity for me.
He
Because
is
he's-
so
that nigga
diverse.
has
I
something
see that
in
face,
everything.
and I don't like that. I don't like that
I
because
don't
it's
have
always
nothing to say about Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is
He's very
amazing.
diverse.
I don't
And
have
Charlie.
nothing to say about
And
Eddie.
Charlie.
Charlie
Rest in
too.
peace.
R.I.P.
Because
I
Eddie is
think
definitely
Charlie
taking
was
comedy.
funnier than Eddie Murphy.
That may be true, but
Probably was, but Eddie Murphy got the
knew how to
fame.
get the people.
That's all I'm gonna say. I think Charlie Murphy was funnier than Eddie Murphy. That's it.
But talking about Eddie Murphy's career, he took comedy and he started putting into movies, and this man just took
He
off with
makes
movies.
money.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
people
where
don't even
Kevin
know
Hart-
he was
That's
a-
where Kevin Hart got it from.
And I'm being 100% honest with you. I feel like there was a fall off in SNL and who
After
they
he
cast because people, like black people, went into their own like type of film. And when that started happening, SNL didn't fuck with that shit. And so it was like, y'all gonna do that, and that's why they only got Kenan Thompson for the last.
But he got his own show now, so
Exactly,
Right.
but now that nigga
Yeah,
been on
it took us
SNL
for so
Would y'all
long.
say
Exactly.
Kenan, longest running black person, but would y'all say
Exactly.
Kenan Thompson is a sellout?
No, oh, I thought you was gonna say what I say he's good.
I wouldn't
'cause
say
I wouldn't say he's a sellout.
I
think
mean,
he's
he started.
capitalizing
I
on
was
his
going to
fame.
say, and plus he started out doing sketch comedy anyway. So that's
I
been his.
wouldn't say he was a sellout.
I think he went in
I
the
just
same
don't know how
direction
that-
he was doing. I
Yeah.
just don't think he grew as an actor.
I also gotta ask this though. So remember the SNL episode where they had like Dave Chappelle, Tracy Morgan, all Eddie Murphy, all the comedians.
He was
in
gonna
there.
take the shadow
And
position.
then-
Did y'all
anyway,
keep that
then-
joint?
And then Kenan Thompson also came on there, but people was throwing shade his way.
No, he deserves it.
I think he deserves it, but people was like, "Who was Kenan Thompson?" Like,
But the
no.
thing is, a
Compared-
lot of
That's
people
what I'm
didn't
saying.
know his credit from before.
Look at
Like,
who
we-
he's
we-
on the stage with.
But that
he
goes
was
to
gonna take
show.
the back burner
But that goes
anyway.
to show how much people don't really be knowing what
Yeah.
they.
Or
was
does it
talking
show
about.
his comfortability?
But that's everybody.
He was
Like,
comfortable. He never grew out of that space. So he moved from Mad TV. He moved from this to do the
All
same
that.
shit.
Yeah, he's
like,
been
you
on
know
the
what I'm
same
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
He's
You
doing
say
the same
you say
shit.
Kenan Thompson,
Like,
you think about all that. You think about
Well,
Welcome
Kenan-
to
when we
Good Burger.
talk
how-
about
like, you know what I'm
actors
saying?
and actresses, we talk about their growth. He hasn't grown as an actor or actress to be.
But has he
an
grown
actor.
in his field? Has he grown where he is with sketch comedy?
No.
I think he's done better.
I don't think he's grown.
No, understand something. You can. That's like saying, oh, but because I'm a percussionist and I still play percussion instruments, I can't grow on these instruments.
No, that's like saying
No.
you mastered the snare drum and then you try to play the marimba and you sounded shitty, but you keep sounding shitty on the marimba.
No, that's
what I'm saying.
Because he's still doing sketch comedy, so.
But he's not
can't
good,
do that.
so it's not
You don't
growing.
think he's good?
No, recently his shit has not
Well,
been
see,
good as
then I
sketch
think we
comedy.
just have a difference in opinion.
I don't think.
I mean, I think his like Jeopardy sketch, I think it's funny. I don't really watch SNL to be.
I watch SNL, and I'm saying I feel like from Jeopardy, that's it, and that only happens when they have a black guest because that's the only time they can do Black Jeopardy.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's growing and doing other sketches and going outside of his field. What Eddie Murphy, what Dave Chappelle, what all them niggas did. So I get why they would say that. He is the longest running member, so he does deserve his roses for that.
Longest running black man.
Yes.
When is the last time you seen Kenan Thompson in an actual movie?
That's a good point.
I don't think
Welcome to
No,
Good Burger.
Good Burger.
He was actually in that Adam Sandler's movie on Netflix about the Halloween joint. I forget the name.
He's
The recent Adam Sandler movies have also fallen off.
All I'm saying
That's
is
a white man.
All
We're
I'm
not
saying
talking about a black
I
man.
asked the question, and I gave an answer. He is in that movie, which came out last
You're right.
year.
You're
Black
right.
man, black
That's
man.
all I'm saying.
But
And we can leave it
I
at
feel
that.
like, but that movie was like, it was just featuring a whole bunch of celebrities. So I feel like it wasn't like, hey,
No, it really wasn't, though.
it had China and McClain. It had a whole bunch of celebrities in there for a reason.
because that shit was trash.
I think they were just like, hey, you famous, come here real quick.
That's why he did
That's
that
how you get
Sandy
people to watch.
Westler joint with Jennifer Hudson. I was like, what? Is she
The what?
in here? It was.
I
it's a
don't know
movie.
nothing about that one.
It's terrible. It's on Netflix. The only reason I watch it is because I like Adam Sandler. But
Yeah.
it's hard to sit through some of these.
That's a
joints. The new
technical
joints,
foul.
But now that was another thing I was gonna say. Like for real, like a lot of the movies that have been dropped haven't really sparked my interest for it to actually want to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was something that like relates to whatever it is that I like. But I be working.
And I think
that's
the only
real.
person to spark interest recently has been Jordan Peele. Like a good
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
had.
So,
And he had people talking like,
But he also be leaving people like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
And sometimes
to
people-
a
Us
degree,
did
but
that.
it's more
No, but
inquisitive
that's
than
kind of good though.
it's more
Yeah.
inquisitive than it is like, okay, what is
It
he
leaves
trying
you
to
on
get
a
out?
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That makes you ask questions. To make you do research. Makes you have conversations.
It's
Exactly.
pushing
About what it
community
is.
agenda as opposed to
Versus just
like,
seeing
what
DC
the
Young
hell?
Fly on every fucking thing. Like, what the fuck?
I
is
hate,
that
you know what?
shit?
That's okay. Something that's really been grinding my gears, and I see that they want to capitalize on it. But all these movies using all these Instagram comedians,
Man.
I cannot stand it because they're not funny outside of their Instagram skits. And the fact
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some that are funny, like what's that dude, King whatever.
And it's not even about him being
He's
funny.
funny.
But can they act? Because
But they- and
every
that's
time
what I'm
I see
saying.
DC Young Fly in, I'm saying it's DC
There's
Young
that other
Fly in.
dude that
I
did
don't
that,
know his
uh,
fucking name besides DC Young Fly.
No,
in
what's
that
that other dude that did that movie where there was like a frat house and then his dad had like put money in the frat
Yeah, I
house?
don't-
What's his name?
That was King Batch.
That's not King Batch.
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
then I'm
it
thinking
was.
of another guy.
It was King Batch and Terry Crews was in
Yeah.
it.
It was King Batch
Speaking
in
of
it.
Terry Crews,
He was in it. We're not talking about that.
we not talking about that. I had so much respect for him. as
White
an
Chicks was
actor,
good,
it's
but-
just
Let's talk
like,
about
whoa.
Old Boy, and I know we're not talking about movies or anything, but Old Boy from Snowfall,
Oh, he's
the light skin one who was in season Man Boy.
Man, boy.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah,
great
yeah.
actor.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
started off as a
D-Ray,
comedian.
D-Ray.
Not D-Ray.
Man boy.
What's his real name?
The
Gregory.
one with the
or-
afro. Right?
So,
I
look
swear to
up
God.
Man Boy on real quick.
I
I
got
look,
you.
He's from the area. He's from like Norfolk.
What you got, y'all? We're talking about man, boy.
Drew Miller.
That's not his name.
No, his name is Drew Miller on the show.
Y'all niggas gonna pop up with some crazy shit.
Facts. Nope.
Melvin Gregg.
Yes.
Mm.
He started off.
Melvin
as-
Gregg,
He
yes.
did
He started off as a
he
comedian,
did.
but that
But he
can
always
act.
wanted to be an actor. It's
But-
it's different.
Well, no, you can't sit up here and say it's different when you started off as being a comedian. Just because you wanted to be an actor, he started off as being a comedian online, and he took it serious and he did what he was supposed to do. Whether that's what he wanted to do or not, I don't feel like you can discredit him.
No, you're right. He's a part of that list, but
Right.
he is that That little piece that made it.
But exactly.
I'm gonna say
He made it
this:
because he wanted to be
knowing him
But some
from
people
his
wanna be
skits and
actors.
his comedy, and seeing him in shows like Snowfall, where he's taking a more serious role, it makes it hard to actually buy into his character.
But what was
No, it's
that
not.
shit? He was
It's
in.
not at all.
Literally, it was shit. What was that thing called? Where they was doing the pranks and they drank the lemonade and the lemonade
Oh,
made
the
everybody
American Crime
Yeah.
He was in
Oh.
that. But the thing is, he even acted his ass off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being such a dick.
I thought that
like,
shit was
slash
real, like-
asshole. Because that's all he was. But it was funny. But
But what I'm
Given that-
saying,
when
so
I saw
having
him-
watched that and then seeing him in Snowfall, yeah,
Yeah,
run me
I
my way.
first saw that
nigga.
shit, I was
Like,
like,
no,
But
like
once
that.
you start to see his character unfold, you begin to take his character a little bit more serious. And for me, it started when the aunt told them that they had to go get the girl from hanging with them. And he went outside and choked her ass out. You laughing, but that's when I took his character serious.
I still
And I was
saw.
able to say,
Yeah, I made him shit themselves.
Yeah, I still saw the nigga taking off his arms and his legs when the girl came out.
And you know what?
Like I was like, you know what? That shit used to
He's
have
the
me
poop
shit.
bandit.
Yeah.
So maybe for me, I was sold after I saw that performance. Maybe you got to see him do a couple more serious things before you can say, all right, now I get that.
I will
vibe
say
of
I've
serious.
seen his growth more than King Botch. Like some niggas
Yeah,
get
oh,
money
yeah.
and they go
Absolutely.
cool with where they at, but that nigga wanted to go other places because he still could have that YouTube, Instagram money.
'Cause he was
Was it
also
Spoken
King-
Reasons and something too?
Man,
Oh,
fuck
we
that
talk
nigga.
about
Yeah.
Spoken Reasons.
Like, he was
Spoken
in
Reasons is canceled.
I didn't know what Spoken Reasons is.
That's the nigga.
You talk about
question.
well, he
Yo,
he
that's
capitalized off.
together.
Yeah.
We not gonna talk about that. Yeah.
No, I wasn't saying that was his.
That's
I'm
the nigga
saying,
that
like,
got credit for it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Wait, Spoken Reasons got credit for that?
Yes.
Yes, he got all
And
the
then
credit.
he got all the.
And then
Emmanuel
he
Hudson
came
didn't get
wilding
anything.
out and he was like, fuck you, like.
Yo, Emmanuel went in on him. He was like, "Move, I got my time. Hold on now."
Spoken Reasons had to eat the pizza, boy. Like, talk about
Spoken
eating
Reasons
ass
was
and all
like,
that.
He got
Oh,
credit for it
shit.
because he posted it on YouTube first, and that's
So he got all the money, yeah.
Yeah.
But moving along,
Yeah.
yes.
And Emmanuel was ready to
And
go
then the
at
movie
his
that he was
neck.
in, it was terrible. It was
Wasn't
with,
he in a Tyler
Sandra
Perry
Bullock. Oh no, I'm talking about the one he was with Sandra Bullock, and he was a criminal or whatever. But he was the worst criminal ever. Like I was sitting there watching that, like, bro.
And see, this is why I don't pay
Too
attention
bad
to
you
Spoken
couldn't steal
Reasons.
that. Like,
Exactly why. I
Wait,
don't pay
King
attention
Bach
to
is the one that did the one about the babysitter, right?
yes, that shit was trash.
Yeah, on
When
Netflix.
everybody
The
died,
first and the second one was terrible.
so bad. They just started killing niggas. I was like, okay.
But there was he was also in like Medea's Boo movie or something like that.
King Batch?
Yeah, I think that's
Medea's
him.
Boo
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah, and I was like, I kept seeing him. I'm like,
Him
he's
and the
not
nigga
funny.
from Fousey Tube or whatever.
I don't know.
And that's the
I just-
problem. All these niggas aren't. The thing is, it's the same with music. They want to sign niggas who are already famous, and the already famous niggas can't always act or can't always sing. And
But
that's
as
the
soon as they
problem.
start
Like,
putting TikTok artists on movies,
It's
I'm
a wrap.
it's
It's a
like,
wrap.
yeah,
It's a
I'm
wrap.
done.
It's
I mean,
probably
it's
over.
gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I know it's happening.
Yes, dancing ass.
They're like,
Niggas gonna be flossing
Get
on
on
that
movies.
bitch.
I know for a fact that in some way, shape, or form, I can make it as an actor, singer, rapper, dancer.
you can now,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm gonna be on TV acting my
Man,
man.
And you talking about the man who's in theater, man? Me
Y'all
too.
not gonna be
Shit.
able to take me serious when you first see it.
All I'm gonna say is
But y'all
just
know
support me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
put in work.
Yeah.
And I work
Just
hard.
support me. If I get to a point where I'm televised, mommy.
You can't call it
That's why
I'm Lord. I'm Lord.
Thugs.
Right. No disrespect. Son.
Mr. Suggs to you.
No mister.
just That's it. That's it. No law, no sweating, no.
Nah, but that ass, if I see a nigga on TV dodging a bullet like this,
Nah, you right.
I'm walking up in here at that point.
I'll be like, bro.
Somebody need to fire that director. Straight up.
Yeah.
But if that's what the people want,
No, that ain't never what the people gonna want. The people want that on TikTok and TikTok only. I don't ever want to see TikTok in a movie. Ever.
Or that strong bitch that they keep putting on.
Oh my
They put her in WWE or something. I would be
they're
dying.
going to.
bro.
Yeah, they're definitely going to.
Nah, they were maxing. Not to take it off topic, but the one that I seen most recently, she did the little shit, and she pulled, and the nigga was DJing and smacked him in the face and knocked his glasses off. He was like, damn, you ain't have to do that. But it just had me because she said,
Alright, guys, so at this point, I think it's safe to say we can bring this to a wrap.
Some great topic.
Before we do that, I did not name my famous actor or actress.
Oh, I forgot. Look at you.
I gotta throw it in there. It's all good. It's all good. But obviously, my favorite actor, may he rest in peace, was Chadwick Boseman. Excuse my language. Right now, I have to give it to Daniel Kaluuya only because I watched Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes.
And the way that he was able to portray Fred Hampton.
He said, "That's not enough about us."
That's all I
I
knew.
see that.
Yeah,
That movie is hands down.
It's good.
Lakeith is on that level too, bro.
Yes.
It's out already?
Yeah, HBO
Yeah,
Max.
it came-
Amazon Prime?
HBO Max.
HBO?
Yeah.
I got a jailbroke
There's
price.
several movies I'm gonna have to watch.
Girl.
Yeah.
And then Lakeith is on that level too because that man played
Is
that
it
character.
Lakeith or Lakeith?
Lakeith. It's Lakeith to me.
He in that movie.
It is with an F. Lakeith.
Yeah, he's in it too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Lakeith, he was in the
main
photograph
character.
too. He did well. He was in Get Out.
Get Out.
He did well
Get
too.
Out.
But he played that role so well. I hated him. I still hate him.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
He did it
That was
so
the one
well.
that took the picture and he bugged out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when you know you play a role well. When
He
people
definitely
hate you.
did the one where talking about white voicing. It's on Netflix, I believe.
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother you was so
And,
good.
and Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, Sorry to bother you.
That was a
good.
black
Yes,
exploitation.
that's
But
definitely-
he
He
had
turned
black
into a goat.
A horse.
He didn't. It was a horse.
Whatever it
Spoiler
That was
alert.
good.
If you didn't watch it,
No,
That movie is
terrible.
it's something different. You gotta. It's
definitely
different.
playing
I
Black
mean, if you
Klansman.
think of
He played that role
Very well.
if you think of what
hands
what's
down.
Sorry to Bother You was trying to get across, I seen that shit almost happen with Amazon at this point. Like, you know
we
what
don't
I'm
have to
saying?
talk about that. 'Cause I don't know nothing. I
That
didn't
shit-
understand that movie.
I
That
love
shit is so
that.
much
That shit was
deeper
so
than what
deep.
it is,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
All right,
That's
put it
crazy.
this way: when you first came to Hampton, and you had your accent, you had your lingo, you know what I'm saying? You moving out, Tyrone, and everybody's like, "Why you sound like that? Where you from?" You know what I'm saying?
What is it?
Definitely.
Assimilating.
But then when you turn around and you, "Hello, my name is Tyrone,"
Hampton
or
talk
Coach
to
She ain't
Van,
Hamptonized.
Yeah.
that's essentially
exactly
what that
yeah.
movie is.
So
Okay,
it's about
fair enough.
code switching.
But it's just taking it to an
I wouldn't even
extreme.
call it code switching because code switching you kind of turn it on and off. This actually kind of became a part of me. I wasn't even code switching. It was.
That's what he's saying. Like it literally became him.
But-
No, right, but I'm saying code switching
The
is
point
two
where it
different
got
things.
to at the end, where he turned into a horse or goat or whatever it was the fact that you had to whiteface so much
That
that
you
you
became
lost
their property.
You
where you
became
were.
something completely different.
Yeah.
precisely.
Yeah,
On some
precisely.
Get Out
Indubitably.
shit, for real. On some Get Out shit.
What?
It's
I feel like if you read a lot of think pieces on it and then you watch it again, you would definitely be like, damn.
I'm definitely not gonna watch it again.
He said no.
I will read some think pieces on it because it was a disturbing movie.
It
I'm
is,
sorry,
it
seeing
is.
those man goat horse things. Like, help us! Like, I'm like, what? No, absolutely not.
Okay, can we do one last
movies.
honorable mention before we close?
What's that?
John David Washington is doing his
You
damn
mean
thing.
Denzel Washington's son?
Yes.
I'm not gonna do him like that. Don't say yes. I'm not gonna do that man like
No,
that.
I said yes.
No,
Yes.
He has his own name. No, and I
He
said
did the damn thing in Malcolm and
Yeah.
Marie, and he is holding his own right now.
Which,
Wait,
believe
that's
it or
Denzel
not,
Washington's
that's his
son?
son.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
His name is John David
That's the
Washington.
first.
Washington.
Hold on, but I've seen him.
That's
Hold
it.
on, I've seen him in other things. I've seen him in other things prior to this, but this is the first time he actually sounded like
his father.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
in
I mean
the
he
movie.
did in Black Klansman too a little bit, but he was
No,
trying to do
really.
that little weird.
In
Yeah.
this
Voice,
one,
so.
he sounded like his dad.
When he was
And
arguing?
I don't think he was trying. But that was from years of him hearing his father.
Yeah.
And like it was just coming out as he acted. But no, he definitely sounded
They
like
threw him in the pot as well of people that
hello,
picking
it's
up.
Jim from the such and such Francie.
He said, "I hate them goddamn niggers."
Them cool niggas so much that
I
I'm
hate
like,
this big bastard. He was like, did you just give them your real name? Like, he's like, yeah.
and the white dude looking at him like,
That was your real name. Like, we
Like-
work at a police station. You can't just give out your real name. We're undercover. Like,
but he did that. I don't know. I feel like it was more so the fact that like he felt like they had CIA on the other side.
That was
of the
a good
phone.
ass-
That was a biopic too.
that was about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't know that.
No,
Yeah, the
Black
Bronx
Slamming was actually.
He actually had the man still
10
has
out
his
of 10.
actual clan
It was a
membership
biopic
card.
and an exploitation film all in one because
That's
all
Spike
the-
Lee for you,
yeah.
because that man is the best, man. He's the most amazing director.
I can't wait to see American Saints on
Yeah.
And there we have it, guys.
Yeah.
So, with that
And there
being
you have
said,
it.
we are going to bring this episode to a wrap. So keep having the conversations. Talk about these movies. Talk about the movies that you love. Talk about 90s movies because that's my favorite era. If you haven't gotten your black card, go watch those movies. I'll be sure to mail it to you. All right, with that being said, we're going to have Charvon go ahead and close it out for us.
Okay, y'all, so y'all already know what it is. Whether it's the 90s or today, you always have one time to make a good first impression.
Hello.
So make your first impression your best impression and your most lasting impression by brushing your teeth, the roof of your mouth, and your tongue. Okay?
All of it.
Look, not only will you feel better, but that mask back that you be getting, it won't happen no more. So, and that's on what? Very
Hey, man, have a little lamb.
Wash your face. Wash your hands.
Wash your
ass.
Come on. The trifecta.
All right, thanks again to the crew at Relatable versus Debatable for joining us for this special edition episode. We couldn't have done this teammate without them, and we greatly appreciate them coming down, showing love. We had a great time. Before I let you go from this platform, or for at least from this podcast, just wanted to give a couple of quick shout outs here. Of course, again, shout out to Relatable versus Debatable, but please sure that you go and follow them. Be sure that you go and follow the Instagram page, Relatable versus Debatable, but also follow them on their separate pages as well. You can follow Tyrone or HeyTy at HeyTy07. That's HeyTy07. Keep it brief. You can follow Sape at Scraps14. And then you can follow Charvon at Charvon's World. But be sure that you go and look up their podcast as well. It should be available on all streaming platforms. If you're a Spotify user like me, you should be able to find Relatable versus Debatable on that platform. So keep in touch with them. Keep up with them. I guarantee you'll enjoy their podcast as well. And this episode will also post on their page as well. So be sure that you look for that as well and continue to support. Again, be sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. Be sure that you go and follow the Facebook page, Khaotic Kulture Podcast. Be sure that you follow us on Instagram at Khaotic Kulture Pod and follow us on Twitter at Khaotic_Kulture. You know how to reach us. Be sure that you follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Ked the Pro or K3D the Pro. Be sure that you follow Lawrence on Instagram at L.JR96_96, and then follow him on Twitter at Law96_. And then, of course, you can follow Nása on Instagram and Twitter at _CallMeNása. Be sure that you check out Nása's new music that she just dropped. She just dropped a song called Hopeless Romantic, available on all streaming platforms. Be sure that you go and check that out as well. One last quick shout out before I let you go. I do have to give a huge shout out to my girl Shakana, aka K Renee. She is, of course, if you've listened to her podcast, Brutal Honesty with K Renee, she has that baby going for her. I was included on the last episode of season 3. So again, if you haven't checked out that episode, I highly recommend that you do. We had a great conversation, but she also just dropped a book. And it's very important that I do that because she is an aspiring author and she's a bookworm herself. So I definitely want you to go and check her out and check out her book as well. For one, you can follow her on Instagram at K the Bookworm. And I believe there's an underscore in there somewhere, but if not, but definitely just follow her at K the Bookworm. But she also has a list of Black authors that you should definitely check out if you are a bookworm like she is, or if you're an avid reader. Some authors are Shay Sanders, Alexandra Warren, Nicole Falls, Sky Moon, Aubrey Penn, Kimma B, Indigo, Tay Moan, I think that's it. I think that's what it says. Either way, Ashley Antoinette, C.N. Phillips, and of course, her pen name is K Renee. Definitely check out those authors. Definitely check out the book that she just dropped. I'm going to pull up the name of the book here in just a second. She's been plastering it all over, and I should be updated on this, though. But Man, my head is bad. In case y'all didn't know, but definitely check out her pages. You can also follow her at K the Bookworm on Twitter as well. That one has an underscore, so yeah, definitely follow K the Bookworm _ on Twitter and K the Bookworm on Instagram. And goodness, I don't know why I just can't find the name of this book. I don't know why it's not popping up like it really should. I literally had this on my page not too long ago. Again, y'all see that my head is bad, and I should have been gone about a minute ago, but here I am rambling off, trying to just keep y'all busy. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns about the episode, feel free to message us. You know how to reach us. Relatable versus Debatable will also drop a video, so we'll have a visual of this episode as well. I can't wait for that to drop. I guarantee you that I'm going to be watching that. The book is called Close to You by K. Renee, and it is available on Amazon Kindle. So definitely go check her out. Now, let me go ahead and stop rambling to y'all and get the hell up out of here. So, again, be sure that you look for those visuals. Be sure that you follow us. If you have any suggestions about topics that you want us to tackle, just feel free to message us, call us, however you get in contact with us. With that being said, this has been your boy Ked the Pro with the Khaotic Kulture Podcast. Be blessed, be safe, God is love. Deuces.
Look, it's chaos in these streets, so let's talk about it, please. Let's hold some conversation. You see where I'm coming from. Yes, it's so amazing. Go ahead, get comfortable. You can grab a seat, take a load off your feet. Yeah, welcome to the table. We don't tell no lies over here. This ain't no fable. We just live our lives over here. We ain't no angels. We just shine our light over here. We got the power. We just showing love over here. Cause everybody needs some, yeah. And we don't need a reason. Everybody needs some. And we don't need a reason, cause